Hi everyone, welcome to Battle of the Sexes. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are all ready for tonight's show. I'm ready. I'm a little tired, y'all, today, but it's okay. I am going to get straight in and get everybody up here. Okay, so let me get the link for my guest, well, my panel. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody good? Y'all ready for tonight's show? It's gonna be an interesting one, guys. Oh, controversial. Very controversial. Okay. I dropped the link for the panel, guys. Whenever you're ready to click on the link, please feel free to do so. Hey, Shay K, girl. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Eve. Hey, Real. Shut up, Real. Whatever. Hey, Robin. Hey, Nia. Hey, Dre. Welcome, guys. Guys, don't forget to hit those thumbs up for your girl. Hey, Nick. Hit those thumbs up for your girl on your way in. And if you guys can share out the live, please feel free to share out this live because you guys already know it's going to get interesting tonight. Hey, Miss Lucky. I hope you're feeling better, hon. Wow, we got color tonight. What the heck? Hey, Nita. Hey, Real in color.
Can I say something real quick?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Go ahead. What do you want to say? Because you know what? Before you go there, I would like to say that I have been on time for my live for the last couple of lives. I start literally on time.
That's what's up. That I'm happy for you. However,
today I was a little, you know.
A little, but okay. Now let me say something.
Blame me.
Why, since you're late to majority of your lives anyway, what's the purpose of having a timer on your StreamYard, a countdown timer?
That means I'm here and I'm starting the live. I hate him. He's so rude.
You know what? The key component has been since V has been on time.
Hey,
there's a certain someone.
Hey, how y'all doing, guys? Hey.
There's a certain someone who is normally not on the panel, or who's normally on the panel, but since she hasn't been coming, she's been on time. But since you've been here, like they're in the chat today, and since he's here, she's late. So I'm just saying it might be because of a certain someone. I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
It's
don't
just
do
an
that.
Thank you. Thank you, Nita, for sharing me out. Thank you, Dre, for sharing me out. Hey, Apostle. Hey, welcome. Guys, if you can shout out the live, please do so. Let's get some more people in here. Because tonight's topic is going to be hot and spicy. The panel has been fighting, and it's time for us to do it on screen with all of you. Real, where is your buddy Logic?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep tabs on that. I don't keep tabs on Logic. I don't know where he is.
You don't keep ask your partner, ain't it?
Right.
What that mean? He his own man.
That's your partner. That's your panel. You ain't gonna DM and say, "Hey, Logic, what's going on?"
Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Always late, and y'all be coming.
That's what women do. I don't do that. There he is.
Hey girl, hey Logic,
hey Logic.
What's up, broskies? What's up, broskies? This is a men's panel tonight. We got all the bros on here today. Real talk and drill. Yeah, Janita and my real bro, Candidate.
Logic. Hey, girl. Hey. How you doing, son?
Pipe down. Please pipe down.
I know you want the hype now. Please pipe down.
We're not piping down tonight. We're gonna have
The
fun.
nails look
tonight.
good, Logic. The nails look good, Logic.
Okay.
We cut them just for you, Andrea.
Hey, Logic.
Hey, you know what that called though? That's called a power of pussy. Pussy make you do anything. Pussy make you cut your nails.
Hey, Robin. Hey, girl.
Robin.
Hey.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't.
Looking
Hi,
fabulous.
everyone. Hi, everyone but Logic.
Hey.
Hi, everyone but Logic.
Oh. Oh.
Please pipe down. Please pipe down. Please pipe down.
Whatever. We're trying to your ass already.
Hey, pipe down, bro. I
It's too
told
early.
you already.
Too
I
early.
gave you a compliment early today. And you know what I'm saying? That's the black woman shit. Let's get on the topic, man. Fuck this.
Whatever. Anyway, guys, it looks like the guys are outnumbered today.
Okay.
The men are outnumbered today, so let's
We
see how
outnumbered
well
every
they
day.
hold up and attempt to hold up for today's live. Okay, I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep it together, but these men are gonna try, y'all. They're gonna try. So today's topic is Kevin Samuels and Rochelle Ritchie went at it on what's that new thing called again? Robin?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse. And basically, Kevin Samuels couldn't handle the heat on the kitchen, and he decided he gonna remove her from the conversation. You don't just remove women like that. Okay?
Hold on.
So that's my first.
Don't do that.
issue. That's my first. issue.
Hold on.
Wait.
Don't do that, V.
I'm gonna
You supposed to be an unbiased. You supposed to be an unbiased host right now. Just introduce it. You ain't got to be biased right now.
It's her
Wait
show.
until we
How are
actually
you going to
debate.
tell her how to run her own show, Real?
Real talk.
You're
Okay.
not the boss.
A host is supposed to be unbiased.
Bruh, look.
Because is unbiased.
V
Okay.
can't, hey, V or none of these other ladies can spell unbiased. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. What Kevin Samuel finna talk about?
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Am I not
I'm
stating
surprised
facts?
that you can
Am I
pronounce
not
the word
stating facts?
unbiased.
I was
Go ahead.
stating
You know,
facts.
I got some firecrackers for you. You want to do this tonight? Or we want to play fast?
We gonna do it tonight. I'm coming guns a blazing. Okay.
I got a little red on my hair. I want to do this tonight. Okay.
Yeah, we all ready to go ass.
Come on with it.
Listen, guys. I'm stating facts, and we are gonna play the clip, so you can all make a judgment for yourselves. But that's exactly what Kevin Samuels did. He removed Rochelle Ritchie because he didn't like what she had to say. And as soon as a man feels like they're being disrespected, then they want to shut the woman up. That's what happened.
Every
Okay?
time.
We're in
Every
2020. Okay, 21st
We
century.
keep saying it's how you say it. It's how you say it.
Okay.
Oh my God! Here we go with this shit again.
So, Logic, are you ready to run the clip?
Yep. Hey, what's the timestamp? Real talk. Do he start talking? Oh, I see it.
9 minutes.
9 minutes. All right. Look at that. The man be ready. You sure he started talking at 9 minutes?
I don't
know.
Thing, though.
I thought you talking about this live. I don't know that timestamp.
Okay, I got it. Hold on. Give me a minute. Here you go.
I thought it starts like, is it 5 minutes? You talk for 5 minutes?
No, it did. He talked for it ain't that long. Here you go right here.
Okay, are you here? Are you in the back?
No, it's coming. Hold up. Oh shit, I got on mute.
I'm just really curious.
But that way, I'm just not that fucking blunt. Like, I'm blunt, but I'm not that goddamn blunt to where he's like hurting people's feelings with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really how he.
The woman that had the business or whatever, the 6 at best or whatever you had said. And I'm just really curious as to, since that video has happened, have you reached out to her to maybe just say anything like, I'm sorry that, it came across the way that it did, or, anything to her to just kind of say like, maybe my tone or maybe what I said and my frustration that you weren't respecting, what I was trying to do that night with my show led me to act the way that I did. Because when I saw it, I was stunned.
You know what I find interesting? Is that you expect a man who was running a business when a woman who's an avid viewer of the show called in on an inappropriate day, and I did my level best to talk to this woman, irrespective of my platform. And for 23 minutes, I tried to give her exactly what she wanted. So, and no, has she called me to say, you know what, sir, I'm sorry for calling in on the wrong day. I know I should have did that. I'm sorry for not paying attention, picking up my phone, doing that. I'm sorry for laughing and acting inappropriate. See, but that's the way the conversation's always been. It's always on the black man. Bend over backwards and come back to queen black woman and beg for your forgiveness. It ain't gonna happen. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. That's why it's up.
That's right. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, so you didn't.
Hey, if y'all want me to mute in between so y'all can dialogue, just let me know. I'll just let it go.
Play the whole thing.
Let it play.
All right, I want to talk to you. You're a co-host. Just play your part. Shit.
I'm a co-host.
My thing is this,
I didn't, nor should I didn't, and I don't, and nor should I have been expected.
Okay, and that's fine. That's your it's your show, it's your decision. But this is the other thing. If you are because I'm on television as well, and if you have your own show and somebody is doing something that you find disrespectful to your show, just like you hung up on me, you could have hung up on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even have to continue having the
Please don't tell me what I should or should not do.
I didn't say you. I said you could have.
Rochelle, I could have done a lot of things, but I did what I did.
Yeah, I know you did. I'm just saying.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're just saying, but here's the thing. I find it very rich. We are always telling men what we should do. They told Kevin Kelly what he should do in his restaurant, too. He put $1 million plus into a business during the pandemic to employ black people. And because he said, get the fuck out, I don't need your money, they wanted to cancel a brother. 82% of men say there are no marriageable women on the market. When are you ladies going to start listening to men instead of telling us what we should do?
Exactly. I didn't say, okay.
Yes, you have.
I didn't say, I did not say I didn't say you had to do that. But what I'm saying is.
Why would you think? Damn, she a lie. She just said it.
No one can be commentary.
It was Logic who wanted commentary, not
us. I'm sorry.
Right.
She lied. And y'all just see her shaking your head.
Let it play.
Why did he apologize?
Let it play. Save it for after. Yes, play.
Why would you think it's on me to reach out to this woman and call her? She is not a poor
woman. We moved past that, Kevin.
Hold on, no. But the thing is, hold on. But my question is, I didn't ask you a follow-up question. Why would I need to follow up with a middle-aged entrepreneur, 35-year-old business owner, mother of one, to coddle her feelings like she's a wounded little bird?
That's not what I said. I asked you I asked you if you did. I didn't say that you should have. I didn't say that you needed to. I just asked you a question. That's it. You didn't do it. Okay, moving on. I never said you needed to do anything. I just asked you.
But you asked a question for a reason. Okay. And the thing is, if I were Gordon Ramsay, if I were Simon Cowell, I wouldn't be asked, well, did you say, did you really have to be the way you, when you told that person they're a ghastly singer, did you send them a message and say, I shouldn't have said it? How you
Simon
doing?
Cowell is a narcissist and an asshole too. So I mean, there's no difference between them two.
Oh, okay, two.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny. I'm sorry to step in. I think it's really funny that a lot of people are so uptight or concerned about your tone when you spoke with her. When again, like you said, she called in. She was a listener, so she should be used to your tone and how you present whatever dialogue that you're having. And she asked you questions that you were specifically answering, and she was ignoring. And I think it's a little funny that so many people feel that you were out of line when you were very clear. To me, you were extremely patient. And I also think that the woman was not expecting you to be as thorough as you were, because she was not really prepared. And so I don't think she deserved an apology at all. It wasn't a situation that required it. She should have taken the information as you gave it to her, and hopefully she'll put it forth, and maybe she'll get that 6-figure guy that she thinks that she's,
of course, and I've been told that I cursed the woman out. I said broad. I said damn, in the context of the God of goddamn nerve. I said broad, and then I said get the fuck off my phone. Over the course of a 23-minute conversation, that was on the way of hanging up. But yet I've cursed this woman out. I've heard some of the most disingenuous responses from women. I've heard grown women that are about 10 years older than this woman call this woman a young, helpless woman and da 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 da. Here's the thing. If men are not going to speak to you like women, and if you need us to speak to you like women, go get a woman. Men are fed up with this narrative. And when we speak, you say we're hurt, you're bitter, you're this. What's going on with the last 30 years of media in the image of black men? Men are speaking their truths. And men are speaking what they're saying, and you're not going to silence them, shame them. You're not going to maneuver them, because here's what ends up happening. Like it or not, of the black men who marry and go to college and have a bachelor's or higher, 30% marry out. Why? Mm-hmm. We want to say they're self-haters. They can't deal with a strong black woman. But you never ask the men why. We never ask the men why they're doing what they do. We just chastise them for doing what they do. And my show is proved in for 6 months, night in, night out, what women want. And I don't judge what they want. I just ask, what's the likelihood of you getting it, and what does the kind of man that you want from a woman? And that's when it starts to fall apart. Why is it such a difficult ask to get the average sister to see where the men are coming from, especially the men that you say you want? I don't get it, but we're going to keep it going. Raise your hand. And I will say this too, to the men. Here's my challenge to the men, especially if you're one of the men that falls in this category. You guys need to stop being quiet. I know you have jobs. I know we have the cancel culture. But of the thousands of responses, women think that it's a minority of men because they're not hearing it. And unfortunately, we all have something to do in this regard. It's not just for content creators or these people. It's for average, everyday folks to start telling the truth. Here's over the holiday. When you go back home to your family, say what you really think and stop telling women what you believe they want to hear just to keep the peace. If you want a different outcome. Let's see. We got a lot.
You want to pause it here and talk? Because, I know how this is going to go, because we're going to have to.
No, because we want to get to the part where she was being disrespectful.
Yeah, she was saying about the show is half-sided.
Hands raised. So I'll go to Jared. You're next up. Jared. Hello. Okay, well, you
gotta wait for him. You gotta wait for him to accept the invite to come up.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Agree with. I feel like that woman that came on, she sold herself short by. I think you asked her like to rate herself, and she said she was a 5, and I think she should have rated herself much higher if she.
Why? Why?
I don't think she believes she was a 5 either.
But why? But my question is, when did it become so? Most people are average or normal.
I feel like, okay, so you told her she was average at best. So I was not offended by that. That is.
What does that mean? Let me explain what average at best means. When you are a 5 when you wake up, that means most of the times you are average. At best, you are a 6. So over your lifetime, you're average at best, and we're only getting older. Gravity is only taking more of effect. We know how this works.
Okay, so aside from that, I think what Rochelle is referring to is like, and what you said is you called her broad. You told her to get the F off of your phone. You know, I think you said men don't need to speak to women as women. Then what should they speak to them as? Like how?
No, speak to men. No, we don't need to speak to women like we're women.
Oh, like you're women. Okay, I understand. But the thing is, like, it was your delivery. If that's how you decide to deliver things, it's okay. Everybody has their way.
No, actually, really, let's be honest. Really, it isn't, Brittany. It's not okay. It's not okay, or else it wouldn't be such a backlash.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think part of the reason you do that is because it draws, you know, it draws attention too.
No. See. We don't ask men questions. We tell them what we do. You tell me what I do. You have a chance to ask me any question you want, and you're telling me about it.
Okay, so why do you do that then? Like, why did you speak to her that way?
Because it was deserved at that point. Did you watch the entire 23-minute video?
Hold up, I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Don't. Please don't. Was that Rochelle?
Watching her.
Yes,
it was Rochelle,
but
no, yeah, that's not going to work, man.
Some ice.
Okay,
you don't have to be here, man. You don't have to.
Oh no, I'm about to leave, but really quick. So your advice to men is to tell women.
Again,
Kevin.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that.
That's how you do it.
That is what the Black community is used to. One-way aggression. You're used to women being able to be verbally aggressive and abusive to men, and we're just supposed to take it.
So that was an abusive. What he just did to her?
The reason why I
thought we were supposed to wait, Robin, until the video finished.
That woman is a professional. You know how to conduct yourself, but see, the thing is, Black men are men not. There is a low-level contempt and lack of respect for the overall Black male image.
I think that's it.
Good.
You know what, ladies? Let's allow the men to start, shall we?
Oh, sure.
I think they should start because when he kicked her out, they were like, "Yeah."
So which one of you want to go first?
Look, I'll go here. And I mean, going from the end, it makes no sense. That's why I think we should have, you know what I'm saying? Y'all focus on the encounter meant where he kicked out the panel. But you're not looking at the initial thing. The initial thing is this, right? That lady on his panel asked him, what did he rate her, right? He didn't just come out and just say, hey, I'm gonna rate you average at best. She asked him. So if Robin asked me, hey, Logic, how do you like my hair? And I say, I don't like it. So now what? I hate women because I don't like it. I'm being disrespectful. That was disrespectful. If she asked me my opinion and I told it to her, see, he's totally right in his delivery. These women want control. They want to control men. If she asked him something, he said, hey, look, you average at best. And now the whole Black community is in uproar because this man he gave her what she asked for.
But hold on, Logic. What really happened was she didn't ask him. He asked her, what do you rate yourself? She rated herself a 5 or a 6, and a 5 or a 6 is what? Average. So that's what happened.
Most of the people is average. He said it right. Most.
What? Did you just call us average?
No, I'm not average.
This is crazy. I literally said most people are average. Everybody can't be goddamn 10s. If you think about it, everybody can't be 10s.
I'm a 20.
According to you.
No.
I'm a 20. I love it.
Watch this. So watch this. So can everybody be goddamn filthy rich?
No Logic.
They can't.
Is this an example?
No, it's an example. Everybody cannot be
No.
You cannot have that. So every woman can't be a 10. Every man can't be a 10. That's why you got 1 through 10.
That's what I want to know, Summer. What is considered a 10? And who made anybody the judge of anything about it? I don't understand it.
It's your personal take.
Who makes you, Logic, the judge of saying that everybody's average?
If it come up in a conversation and you ask me, or we talking about what do we rate people, and you ask me what you is, and I tell you what you is, right?
And what are you rating on exactly? I just want to just for my own personal knowledge.
It depends. I mean, I don't know his rating system, but if he said she's average at best,
okay.
Then, but you know the crazy part about it is that question was never asked. That's what he was explaining. She would ever, why do you rate me a 5, sir? It was never asked. Everybody just was in outrage, and he said that in a dialogue. Nobody ever said, ask me that question. Ask that question. Nobody during this whole process, hey, Kevin, what is your rating scheme? Why did you rate her a 5? Nobody's saying that. They just outraged because he rated her a 5.
No, he didn't even rate her a 5. That's the thing. She rated herself a 5.
She rated herself average. Will be 5. And then he agreed with it. He said she average at best.
Yeah.
You know why she probably did that though? Because she is one of many that actually follow his ass. So she probably knew exactly where he was going when he asked her that. So she didn't want to make herself seem or let him put her down even more. She probably just gave that number because she already knew what the hell was going to come out his dumb ass.
Something. How did that conversation come up with her starting to say that she's 5? Did he ask her something that prompted that answer?
Actually, he was really trying to get off the panel. She called in on the wrong night about she you know what I'm saying? Just the typical shit. You know what I'm saying? He called it, but you don't care about that though, right? Yeah, right.
I just want to know, like, what was the question before that prompted her to say, I'm a 5? Because I'm with B. Like, if I know who this person is that I'm speaking to, I'm not going to sit here and think, like, expose myself, be vulnerable and say, I think I'm an 8 when he's going to put me down as soon as I say that number.
How's that put him down?
Let me go low so that I can, I don't know.
Watch this.
Because he's sexist, so that's how it is. He's that type. He gonna put her down.
No, this is the thing. Watch this. What if he would have said she was a 10?
Well, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
We'll be having this conversation. But honestly, everybody watching that video will know that woman is not a 10. Everybody who want to be
that's your personal opinion.
He didn't have to have that conversation. He did not have to have that comment. He could have used class and got her off of his show. He didn't have to put in there, she's average at best, maybe if you wake up at 5. Like, it's just like, come on. You didn't have to. You didn't have to do that. And you guys have even said, both of you, and these ladies can back me up, that it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. And we went over this not just recently. The last show, when was that? Thursday? I said that I get away with saying a lot of stuff. And why they don't get mad at me, I don't understand. And you guys said it's how you say. So now in this circumstance, right, where this man is basically saying, like, she's average as well, like, there's a way to say
something. But think about that. Everybody is up in roar because he said the statement, you're average at best.
Could I ask a question? Because I really want to know the answer, and so did the ladies in the chat. We all want to know, to you two men, what is a 10? Tell us, what is a woman that is a 10?
For me, like I said, I rate women based on my own preference. So my 10 might be Logic 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what a 10 is to. I don't know what. Hold on. We're talking. Hold on.
That attitude she showed right there will automatically give her 1. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Now. I don't know what another man's 10 is. You got to ask other men that. For me, a 10 would be my 10, depending on what I like. So you can't just ask that because it's subjective. You see what I'm saying? It's not a universal answer. No, I'm not. Hold on.
Yeah, we now you're 2.
I'm not a 2. That's your preference. Whatever. I'm not a 2.
Can I say something? So my point is, I'm gonna go back to my same point.
If you go let him finish, bro, but if you gonna let him finish, though.
I let you talk like this. It's how you rate a woman. So
no, but this is the thing. You asked him a question. This is the thing, though, Andrea. You asked him a question, and then he been cut off 3 times before he can finish his statement.
Go ahead.
Okay, we'll let Real finish his statement. And Real, please say, "I'm done" when you finished your statement.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. As I was saying, I didn't say V. No, you couldn't ask that question. You can ask what you want to ask. I'm saying you can't ask that question to just 2 men as to what a 10 is, because it's not a universal answer. It's a subjective answer. So you're going to get objective answers from both of us. That's all I meant. I'm finished. Go ahead.
Okay. Because now, can I say something? So according to you, okay, I'm going to say it again. What I said before.
According to who?
Okay. According to you, according to you and logic, whatever the 10, 6, 5, it don't damn matter. Who give a damn? Okay, the point is according to you in the eye of the beholder. Okay, so that's the end of the question.
Well, Marvin Arnold in the chat is breaking it down for us.
He's breaking it down. He's breaking it down to his preference. If you real talk, if you listen. Throughout this battle of the sexes, we've been having conversation. If anybody can tell me, I'm gonna see how do women listen, right? Is anybody tell me what's my top priority in a woman? And I said it many times.
Peace. A woman that can give me peace.
So now when I'm actually trying to, you know what I'm saying, do this crazy mathematics of rating somebody, if I was to do that, I would give more points to somebody who would give me a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the motherfuckers on this panel that automatically negative points when it come to that.
Like docile and like a doormat, pretty much, right?
But my thing is, okay, you guys are saying that how rating is subjective to how you guys, whatever is your preference, right? But you both have agreed that the woman, that Kevin Samuels was right in saying that woman was a 5/6 average at best. So you both
do you know why
the same rating. So
do you know why?
That's why I want to know what makes a woman, like what woman would you say is a 10? I need to know what your preference is. What woman would make it to a 10?
Can I say this real quick? Okay, nobody rated this woman a 5 or a 6. She rated her. I'm gonna say this once again. She rated herself that. Period. That's what happened. She rated herself that. I didn't rate her that. Kevin Samuels didn't rate her that. Logic didn't rate her that. She rated herself that. Let's get that out in the open.
And he agreed that she was that rating. And then he added on average at best.
Because do you know why? Do you know why he said average at best? Do you know why he said that? He said that because she said, when I wake up, I'm a 5. When I put myself together, I'm a 6. She didn't rate herself no higher than that. That means at best she's a 6. That's what that meant. He just reworded it. That's all he did.
But you all seem to be on the same page when you rated that woman. So why is it that you guys can't give us?
Yeah, I agree. She's about a 6.
So
not
what
her.
Is your 10? What is your 10? I need to tell me somebody.
Let me tell you why I rated her average at best.
Yes, but logic, you don't know. She might give you a peace of mind.
Listen.
That would bring her up to a 10.
Listen. Ask me and wait on me to go ahead and say it. The reason I would give her, you know what I'm saying, average at best, which I don't know, but this is what I saw. She don't have no self-confidence. She's on a YouTube channel looking for confidence in a man that she don't know. So automatically, I will put her, I said it before in the last live, I will put her like a 3 because them certain things with me that I look at. Everybody else was probably looking at her forehead, her bathroom being nasty, all that other stuff, but eventually it took her score down to them. But see, when I looked at it, a woman that's looking for attention, that's probably not getting attention, that we can find out half of the shit she was saying on YouTube to him was incorrect. You looking for a 6-figure man, you got your business, you make 6-figure, but you living in a filthy. I'm not gonna even go there. But that's my point. She's searching for attention. She's looking for attention in any type of way. And you got to realize this. She probably tried to boo herself up to go on that Kevin Samuels show. And still it was a disaster. I'm just saying.
So is anyone going to answer what's a 10?
Nita's asking for the link.
I can't listen.
Okay.
Listen, I can't right now off the top of my head. I cannot think about what a 10 is, but I'll know what 10 when I see a 10. So
yeah,
that's my answer. Yeah.
And it depends. I'm gonna be honest with you. This, in my opinion, is women that it is YouTube Street. They have the potential to be 10. They have potential to be 10. But the thing that to me, if you ain't just raggedy, you just ain't, you know what I'm saying? You start off at a 10 to me. You doing our conversations and our interaction, you will lower yourself. You will lower yourself. That woman to me, she lowered herself in my eyes on the Kevin Samuels show, not by her appearance, but her lack of confidence. All these different things, Lord, that woman scored to me. Somebody else that's looking for something different might have automatically had, look, no, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna be a 10. They probably gave her a 10 initially and said, oh, well, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. She might got weave in her head. It depends on their preference. Some men like dreadlocks. Oh, she got dreadlocks, I like that. Some men like boobs, some men don't. Some men like butt. Them personal preferences that will automatically lower that score. But everybody go in with a 10 to me. Now B gonna mute on her own show.
I agree with you, Logic, that the rating system is subjective because obviously you men are not the only one who have rating system, but we also rate men too. It's just human thing, attraction and whatever. But I'm still gonna go back to what I was saying before, in that I just feel like there was better ways to handle the situation. I don't know, maybe he was rubbing her the wrong way. I don't know. But there was no call for him to and I had the conversation with you guys before and I'll bring it out again that, sometimes us women, we like to play it down. We like to, oh, I think I look fat in this dress. But it's because, we really want, Andrea, you know what I mean, right? Like you just say I think I'm a 5, but we want him, and I do agree with you, Logic. She shouldn't have been on no internet trying to get confidence from this man. But I'm just saying, this is a thing that I feel like I do. I'll, to my husband, I'll say oh, this is making me look this way. And he'll just come in and he knows what I'm trying to do. And he'll say, no, babe, you look good. And
Shay K said exactly what I said. Hey, Robin. Hey, Robin, remember what I told you earlier about her fishing for compliments? Shay K just said that same thing in the comments. She was fishing for compliments, and I'm not good when it comes to people fishing. I mean, I like to compliment women who I think are cute. But when I see that you're fishing for it, I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm sorry. I don't do it.
But what if this though? This is the key thing, right?
I think I'm a 5. But I feel like he wanted to sting her, and that's why he did it like that. He wanted he wanted to stab it in and then twist it to make her feel like
but that's the thing. Oh, go ahead.
He probably did do that. Like I said, I like to tell women how I feel, but personally, I don't just try to go out my way to just disrespect them or whatever. I don't even like for them to feel disrespected, but I mean, words come out how they come out. You see what I'm saying? So,
and this is this is the key thing to me, though. But hold on, it is. You can tell that man how to feel, and especially if it's a situation where y'all talking about a certain thing. If he says she's a 5, then that's his preference. That's his opinion. Why is the whole world at uproar about that? If I just ask you, I say, if I say, hey V, rate me, and I say I think I'm a 5, and you said, well, Logic, you're a 5 at best, right? Can I get mad at you? I mean, we have a discussion about rating me. I can't get mad at that, and that's something we can't. We gotta be adults. That's like some kiddish shit. If we're having a discussion, the truth should not affect us like that. And everybody's sort of uproar about it because I'm telling you, most people rated that lady 5 and lower. That's why it became an issue. If that lady was a 10, you know this would not make a goddamn. If most people rated her a 10, you know this would not been a hot topic.
I didn't rate her.
Yeah, I didn't rate her. He rated her, and yeah.
Do you want to fuck her? Is there a potential for you to fuck her? So why would you rate her? Like exactly. That's my point. You try to say I didn't rate her because you're not the opposite sex. You're not what she's looking for, and she's not what you're looking for. So why should you rate her?
Why do men think it's okay to rate women?
Period?
Fuck. Hold on, V. Let me say something. Let me say it's not just men. Like women. Can I say? Listen. People rate people, period. Women rate men, men rate women. That's what people do. It ain't just men, it ain't just women. Everybody rates people. You understand? It just happens. I'm not saying all women rate and all men rate. I'm saying men and women as a whole, they rate people. There's nothing wrong with rating. It's just a subjective term of how we see people. That's it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And so that's what I said. It's because it's in your eyes how you rate somebody. You say I'm a 10. And then I'm saying, and then you said, "Oh, Andrea's a 5 or a 3." I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not. I'm a 10. Damn it!"
Right?
Yeah.
So you could have got.
I agree.
You can't tell me I'm a 5. I'm a 10. So it's in your eyes.
And this is the thing that I think the conversation need. See, he said something in this video, right? The conversation need to be had between men and women. In my eyes, you get more points by the mellow shit, like not Robin saying, "Oh, somebody wants somebody that got that to be a doormat." No, you don't got to be a doormat. Nobody want a doormat. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody that's opinionated. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's gonna tell me something. Somebody to have a conversation with. But
unless her opinions don't match with yours, that's the problem.
No matter if our opinions don't match, it just is. Really? It don't matter if our opinions match. Like I said, if we discussing something, right? Like we're discussing this right here, and then everybody is mad at she rated herself, and then he also rated her, so now it's an issue. So as a man with a woman, I would have an issue with that because this is a no-brainer. We're fussing about something that shouldn't matter. This is an issue when it shouldn't be an issue. If you ask me how I like V hair right now, and I say I don't like it, am I a woman hater? Do I hate women? Am I being mean to her if I say I don't like it?
I feel like that's different. This is a different situation that you're bringing up. It's not the same.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's really not.
If he said my hair is the bomb, and then the conversation, so Logic, how do you like my hair? And I say I don't like your hair at all, and I throw at all at the end of it, right? What's different? We're having a conversation. That's it. Unless V said, well, Logic, why don't you like my hair? Which she did not say. The lady did not say, Kevin Samuel, why do you say I'm a 5 at best? That wasn't happening. She need to ask. Like V, if I say I don't like her hair, V need to say, Logic, why don't you like my hair? Well, you know what? It could be my preference. I don't like women with hair down their back. And I'm just saying, I'm just using this as an example. She did not have that conversation. Still this day, nobody had that conversation of why he rated her a 5 at best.
I'm sorry.
So do you think that it was right for him to say that, okay, because she's a 5 or a 6 at best, she doesn't deserve a 6-figured man?
That right there, when he said that, I didn't necessarily agree with that, because I said in that same video, maybe it was that video, I said, I believe if you carry yourself like a woman, and really, you know, just put yourself out there like a woman. And, you know, I said, you can get any man you want to. It don't matter what he made. So that was my opinion. That's what I disagreed on. So yeah, I
That was the
didn't
only
really
thing
agree
you
with that.
disagreed on. So Logic, what's your answer to that?
That he said because she was a 5 at best, she didn't deserve a 6-figure man. I got to disagree with that. Because I mean, it could be things about her that, in the eyes of another man, they would look at as a winner. We don't know her. We just know 5 seconds of her, right? We just know a clip. You know what I'm saying? Most men probably give her a low score by look. I mean that's their opinion. But it's for me to say that she don't deserve a 6-figure man just because he rated her a 5 by her looks. Because that's pretty much that's what he rated her by. He rated her by her looks. So I can't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. But at the end of the day,
But you can
she
agree
asked
that
me,
she's a 5 or a 6. So
Huh?
but why did I tell you that, B?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, but why did I tell you she was a 5 or a 6 in my eyes? Well, I said she was lower than that. Why did I say
Wait,
that?
what was your
He said
question?
because
What
of
was your
her
question, V?
confidence,
Exactly. Thank you, Robinson.
which I agree. Confidence is big.
Okay.
It was in the context in which he said his statement when he said she was an average at best. And given the conversation the way that it was already flowing, it didn't sound good at all when he said to her that she was average at best. Because at the point he had said it, he was already frustrated because he wasn't listening to her. So he says, "Ma'am, don't make me say it. Don't make me say it, ma'am. You're average at best." That's what he said in his commentating to her, responses to her. So, like we've all been saying, it's how you say it. He could have not even said that at all, but because he kept getting frustrated with her because he wasn't taking in whatever he was trying to tell her, he just was like, "All right, I'm just gonna let it out. You're average at best." And it wasn't like, "Well, I just feel like you're average at best." No, he was like, "Ma'am, fuck, you're average at best." It was the context in which it was used. Because Logic, when you were explaining it, you're saying, well, if I told V that I didn't like her hair and I'm saying it's all right and it's ugly to me, the context in which you were asking, because you said, hey V, if she asked me how does my hair look, then I'm gonna tell her I don't like it. There's 2 different contexts in which the conversation was flowing. Listening to the conversation with him and this young lady, totally different atmosphere, totally different conversation. The back and forth was not the same as you would say with V and yourself.
The only difference with V is that if somebody called in to my show and then it like I said, he explained the context of everything. And he even explained to the young lady, hey, look, we're not talking about that. This is something totally different. And she just kept saying that I want to do this and do this. And then she ended up rating herself. And then he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just rate you too. Like, what is wrong with that? If she this is another reason that I gave her low points, not just for looking on the internet for confidence. If he said that, right? If somebody give me a score lower than what I think I am, right? The first thing I'm gonna ask is, why did you give me that score? She didn't do it. So why would we feel sorry for? Why is this a whole conversation? Have a if he allowed you to do that, have that conversation about that man. Why did Kevin Samuel? You said I'm a 5 at best. I said I'm a 5, which it'll be kind of crazy for her to do that because he rated you the same rating that you rated yourself. So why did you rate me, Kevin? I just want to know. I'm curious. Why did you rate me also a 5? And then he would explain to her, well, this is why I rated you a 5. And I ain't on know the brother, but I can guarantee you he gave her a low score because she came on his show looking for some level of confidence.
I don't know if it was some type of level of confidence, more so that she was trying to look for advice. I would say that when she did call in on the show, it was a lack of
compassion.
She just called in on the wrong day. It was a lack of, I guess, discernment for the conversation. I don't feel like it was disrespectful, and I certainly don't believe that she like V and Robin were saying, she probably said that because of who he is. She probably rated herself because of who she is, not to overshadow him, because he's already this big whatever to whoever. Right, whatever he is to whomever he is. So they're not going to automatically put themselves above him because he's the one who gives the advice and keeps it real and all of the things. So she's going to be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm a 5 and then 6 when I put on my makeup. I guarantee you, if she would have said, well, why? It would have been more belittling for her, from him to her. He would have been calming. Well, I rate you a 5 because I feel like this, that, and third. I rate you a 5 because, or I rate you average at best because
you say it would have been more belittling.
It would have been more belittling to her from him because he's already upset because she disrespected him, calling in on the wrong day and all of that kind of stuff. It wouldn't have been.
How is that being disrespectful though?
What's that?
How is that being disrespectful? Because she called in on
that
the
wasn't
wrong
that
day?
itself. No, I don't, Shanita. I don't believe her calling in on the wrong day was disrespectful. I just feel like he wanted people to disagree with his points, and she called in for advice instead. It ain't disrespectful that she did it, but he didn't like it. That's all that was. If you just because you don't like something, I mean it's disrespectful. You just didn't like it.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Kevin Samuels? He just wants to control the situation.
Of course,
he
because
has
it's panel.
to
It's his show.
control everything.
Yes.
Did you know? V, did you watch Kevin Samuel before this this whole incident?
No.
So how you how you know so much about him that he want to control everything?
I've been watching him since, and I've been looking at his stuff, and I've gone
researching.
through and I've flicked through, and I do my research.
Shit.
Well, even looking at him before this, he seems like some sort of I don't know, narcissistic asshole, as Rochelle put it. And you know what? And I also want to touch on another thing that he has said to her. He said that if it was Chef Gordon or Simon Cowell, nobody would be up in arms.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they would.
Maybe not, but they are already portrayed to be this way, and you're talking about
brand. Yeah,
that's their brand. And Simon Cowell is a judging show, so he's gonna be this type of way. And I'm sure he's gotten plethora
and he gets it all the time,
emails, everything. And then, not to mention, he's not one of us. Okay. Simon Cowell is not one of us. Chef Gordon is not one of us. So you have a black man talking to another black woman within his community, talking to her like this. We've been trying to build each other up. So now you're talking about him talking to her in your kind of way, but you want to say, but y'all don't say this to Simon Cowell. Y'all don't say this to Chef Gordon. They're not us. We're not the same. So what is that? You're not saying nothing by saying that.
Okay, can I ask you a question real fast?
Real fast.
How many rappers you have heard talk about basic bitches in their rap, their lyrics? Everybody, right?
Yes.
Everybody says that.
Okay. Well, hold on. Wait, hold up. So that's a known statement between black rappers. They talk about basic bitches, and they talk about, matter of fact, they even got a new term. They said foreign bitches. That's what they want. That's the elite. That's the high level, right? They call them. They said foreigns, right? Oh, you need to listen to rap more. Foreign. They said foreign. They like.
Is it
I'm not a female dog.
FORN?
Yes, like a foreign car. They say they like their women like their cars. They like foreign.
So that means not in the United States or that overseas girl. Which one is it?
No, it's a concept that they. I can't believe y'all ever. I mean, if y'all listen to rap, y'all hear rappers say this all the time. Rappers talk down on basic women. They said they want to date basic women. This through all their lyrics, right? Right? Can we agree that?
Okay.
I guess.
Keep going.
Why nobody spoke on that?
Because that's not the type of conversation. We're not talking about rap songs. We're talking about the statements that were made.
I guess that's rap
I'm not
culture.
right.
No, nobody speak on that because that's their preference.
You know what?
Well, that's not the topic. We're talking about the young women.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
It's not.
It's literally the same thing. Our culture does this all the time. Our rappers do it all the time. Even our women rappers and singers do this all the time.
So if that's the context, if
do it all the time in the context of it, they said they don't want no scrub. What is a scrub?
right, so in context, if that's the case, and we know that this is being done instead all the time, then what's his name? Kevin should not have made that analogy if it's being done all the time.
So you saying that our men and women do not actually rate each other constantly, from basic women to scrub men?
That's not what I was saying at all.
But
What
that's
I
I'm
said
saying.
was I was referencing what Kevin Samuels was saying to Rochelle Ritchie when he said, and I'll say this again, this will be my second time. Hopefully I won't have to say this the third time. But what I'm saying is what he had told her, you don't talk to Simon Cowell this way. You don't talk to Chef Gordon this way.
No,
So
actually,
what you're saying is logic. If it's all in the music anyway, then what's the difference? And if that's your lot, then that question needs to also go to Kevin Samuels. What's the difference?
What I'm totally. I don't understand your point. It literally. I didn't catch that.
Of course,
he wasn't listening.
Yeah. I just didn't catch it. I didn't catch the point.
Let's move on. I didn't like the part where they were saying, like, I guess he was saying, oh, black men have to speak their truth.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, does speaking your truth mean belittling black women, or does it mean being abusive or being like Simon Cowell or Chef Gordon Ramsay?
Robin?
Is that what speaking your truth means?
Hey,
what
Robin,
exactly
can I
does
ask
that
you?
mean?
Can I ask you something, Robin? Is if I ask you to rate yourself and you rate yourself, whatever. I don't want to know what you rate yourself. I'm just saying.
I put my rating in the chat already. Did you miss that?
Okay, that's cool. No, I didn't miss it. But still, my question is though.
Check it out.
If I tell you to rate yourself and then I just and if I don't want to know what you rate yourself though, I'm just asking. If I ask you that and then you tell me and then I tell you, okay, that's you average at best, whatever. Do you consider average? Well, not to you, because I feel personally you're above average looking. Okay. If I say you're average looking, do you consider average a letdown? Like, is average to me is not an insult?
Mm-hmm.
Because like people say average, a lot of people in the world look average. I feel I look average. So I mean, I don't feel it's an insult.
I understand what you're saying, but nobody wants to hear that they're average.
True.
Even though you like, that's cool, it's all right to be average. Like, no one wants to hear that they're average looking. Like, if someone said that to you, you'd be like, it would you inside it would be like, no, I think I'm above a little bit.
But that goes back into and see, just think about this for a second, right? If that average is his start point, because you got to realize he don't know this lady. Just like I'm on a panel with everybody, all these other women, right? And just say, hey, you know what? You're average at best, right? And I can say y'all are 5, right? And then I will find out different things about you. Just say, for instance, whoever on this panel married, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose points with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, in the whole aspect of things, you might be easy, you might go whatever. As you find out more things, then now you have more to rate
on. Right.
So initially, yes, she look good, you know what I'm saying? Blase, or she don't look whatever. It's just that is his preference. And as he start moving on, that lady will have opportunity to increase that score depending on his preference. And Kevin Samuels married anyway. And isn't he married?
No, he's not.
No, he's divorced several times. Actually.
Am I shocked that he's divorced several times?
No, shocked.
I'm not shocked. Because he doesn't know. He doesn't know how to, like. Anyway, moving on.
I have to go back on what Logic said, because a piece of what he said really grinds my gears. And is the part when he said, oh, okay, so say I rate you this or whatever, then it's like, it's your job to bring yourself up to make your, like, why the hell do I owe you anything? I don't need to bring up my rating. I don't feel like, number one, you have a right to rate me in the first damn place. And I don't give a damn what the hell your damn rating is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I was like, I think I'm an 8, but if because I'm a 5, I'm gonna be like, I don't care.
You literally, but see, this is the issue. This is the issue.
They ain't gonna rate Candy V. Candy V don't reckon what she did and her work.
This is the thing, right?
Don't be trying to tell me I need to
But watch this. This is the issue, right? This is how this shit is crazy, right? We're talking about rating, right? This whole dialogue for a while been about rating. And then now I'm discussing rating. And then now, how can you rate me? Who is you to rate me? This and this and this and this. Did I give you a number, V?
I said it's from what you said and the way you said it. You said if I did say, you was using an example. If I rate y'all as a 5, say I rate y'all as a 5.
But
then
you
that's
asked
like
the question.
your job
You
to bring
asked
that rating
the
up for me to get to know you so I can bring that rating up. And I'm trying to tell you.
You asked a question, and he said the same thing. You asked a question. You didn't like what you heard, but I can understand why you don't like what you heard, because I'm telling you how I look at it, how I can see and say a baseline of a 5, and then as things go up. This is fucking insane.
The thing is,
Shay said you just downed your score, by the way.
she didn't ask him what she rated herself. He asked her what she rated herself, and she said 5 or 6. He said, then you're average at best. She didn't ask him, what do you rate me? He asked her, what do you rate yourself? And she said 5 when I wake up, 6 when I put on makeup. And then he followed up by saying, ma'am, you're average at best.
Meaning no matter what she was about to say, right? He already knew what he was going to say.
Is a cap. You can't do no better than what you are right now.
Better.
Yes, but what I'm telling you is he don't know this lady. He on the internet, he could never fully rate this lady. He don't know her.
Exactly. So why did he say anything in the first place?
To rate her, though.
So if he doesn't know her, then how did he give her that at best?
Because and this is what I would say. I don't know her either, but I just told you why I would say she would be below 5. She's coming on this show looking for attention. She's looking for confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, if she asked that question, many people in her neighborhood told her she was goddamn below a 5. Somebody told her that. She intrigued by this, and she trying to get attention from YouTube because she don't get it in real life.
How do you know that you don't know this lady?
Oh my fucking God.
I don't know this lady. So how can you know that she doesn't get it from her own community if you don't know her?
Because apparently not. She on YouTube trying to get attention on YouTube.
So that's how you know her, because she's getting attention on YouTube.
These conversations be circular conversations. Kevin Samuels, bro, you wrong for saying next time somebody asks you, tell them a lie or don't say nothing at all. Tell them a lie.
Tell a lie, though.
If you would have told her he was Kevin Samuels, if you listening, if you told that lady she was a 10, you would not be getting this backlash, and everybody know you would be lying telling that lady she was a 10.
That's not what we said. We didn't say that he needs to come back and say, no, you're a 10. He didn't need to say anything. She said, he asked the question, she answered it, leave it alone, move on.
But did she ask, but he rated her. The conversation was about rating, right?
Yes.
And then so he rated her.
So she wanted a rating is what you're saying?
I'm pretty sure she wanted a, did she want a rating? I don't even remember this clip no more. That shit was so old.
I don't even
I
think
think
I
she
he
don't.
wanted a
was
rating.
From the clip, she didn't want a rating originally. He asked her to rate herself, and she did that. I mean, I don't know if she actually thought she really was that, or she was just being more conservative. I don't know, but I don't think she wanted it at first. But that was she gave him. So
She didn't
I
ask
think
for
he
no
asked
damn
her.
rating.
I
He just
think he
no,
stuck
asked
with
her
no,
the
she didn't.
question.
No, hold on, V. She didn't. She didn't ask him for nothing. She rated herself. He asked her. That's what y'all keep failing to realize. He asked her what she rated herself. He didn't rate her at all.
The problem is that he asked her, "What do you rate yourself?" Correct?
And you know, but you know what could have
Why
killed
did
that
he
though,
ask her
Robin?
that? Because
But listen,
in my mind, I think he asked her that because he already knew where this conversation was getting ready to go, and
probably
he
so.
knew where he wanted to bring it. And to me,
Yeah.
for him, like Shanita said, he said she's average at best to cap it off and throw an insult. And that is why we are here tonight. Not because he came back and said you're a 5. It's not because of that. We didn't want him to lie logic and say she was a 10. We just wish that like it was just said a different way, or he just whatever she said, just move on to the next conversation. He didn't have to say nothing.
But
There's
nah,
like
but you
power in like knowing when to speak and when to shut up.
I agree, Robin, but listen, you know what could have killed all that? When he asked her that, when he asked her what do you rate yourself, she could have just not answered.
But she's calling
maybe
the show to
right.
ask for this man's advice or whatever she
Advice.
was calling the show for.
Right.
So she's going to answer because she thinks that, oh, let me answer so that I can get some advice from this man. But
But it,
instead, what she was met with was insult.
Yes.
And that's what we're here for. The fact that, like, he just did not have any class with it. He just black man. he just whatever he did, like it doesn't make any sense.
So I know we've been talking about rating for the past hour. We played the clip for what? Are we not going to talk about the clip that was played by YouTube Court TV TM or?
we still been talking about
TM.
that other clip instead. We ain't talking about this clip that was just showed, so I don't know.
Yeah,
We
I'm
are
asking
going to
because
speak
a lot of the
about.
times on Battle of the Sexes has always been stay on topic, and we haven't really touched on Rochelle Ritchie at all.
Let's move
I
on.
know.
I'm
Shall
gonna
we?
bring it back to Rochelle
I'm just
Ritchie
saying, don't get
because
upset when the next time we get off topic, and because y'all say we don't ever stay on topic. Don't get upset. Just remember this moment. Okay, we're talking about a clip that happened last time we talked about this on Battle of the Sexes.
Shanita,
And
listen
this
up.
time we're talking
Shanita.
about Rochelle Ritchie, and we have not even talked about her yet. We're still
Hey,
talking
hold on,
about
Shanita. Me and Logic didn't even bring up the rating thing. V asked the question, we answered it. So you should be talking to her right there.
I'm talking
well,
to
I
him
was
over
asking the
there
question from
because
the
he
chat.
brought it up. He was the first one who started talking originally. If you want to go back to the beginning of this live, he was the first one to talk, and he brought up the ratings. So I just been sitting here quiet. I just want this to be known and said. The next time we get off topic, remember this. Okay.
So
V, drop the link. Somebody want to come up.
I did drop the link.
I digress.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Marvin, something.
So my thing is, right, I don't feel that Rochelle Hat was wrong in anything that she said to
Of course.
Kevin.
Of course.
She didn't belittle him. She wasn't that aggressive. She was telling him what she thought and her thoughts on his call with said woman that we've been talking about for the last hour. And that was pretty much it. Now, when he started talking about, oh, all you men need to stop allowing these women to speak to you anyhow, and blah, 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 whatever the hell the rest of it was that he said. when she had a reaction to that, she's like, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, which is what most women do, right? And she was about to speak her piece. He turns around and wants to shut her down because he don't want to hear it. And I feel that Kevin Samuels is the type of man that he can't take a woman coming at him about the things he says and does and his actions. Right? He can't be corrected by a woman. And it's because she's a woman. If it was a man saying it to him, he probably would have accepted it and, probably calmed down about it. Instead, rather than allowing her to have a voice, it's public, have a voice, and to say what she had to say and get it off of her chest, he decided he just gonna remove her completely from the chat because he don't want to hear it. And he said, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we need to start doing to these women. Blah, 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 blah. How is that acceptable? Someone tell me how that's acceptable. How that's okay for men to treat women in that way. It's another thing of you guys trying to silence us, right?
First of all,
men trying to silence women.
I don't know why those men do what they do, because I don't try to silence no woman. Even on my own panels, I don't silence no woman. Like, people got a freedom of speech where I'm at, so I can't answer that question for you. I'm sorry. I don't know the reason behind why he did what he did. He just did it. I felt like, okay, he hung up on her, which is what she was exactly saying about the other woman who he called a broad and all that. And that last video he did that went viral, she told him that he should have just hung up on her. Now that she get hung up on, that's an issue. I don't understand that.
I don't understand why he had to hang up in the first place.
Thank you.
Listen, Shanita, my thing is, she told him that instead of him going on that tirade about her, that he should have just hung up on her. Now that he hangs up on her, the person who actually said for him to hang up on the other one, he hangs up on her, and that's the issue now. When she's the one who actually told this man to hang up on the other one. Now it's an issue because he did it to her. But that's
because
my
he
question.
Was so insulted by this woman calling in on the wrong day.
I get that.
All he had to
I get that.
Man, we're not discussing that today. If you want that type of advice, please call back.
You can call back
This said day, and then I would be more than happy to answer your question at that time.
He's just rude and disrespectful.
Right, and
he was just
disrespectful. How you communicate with somebody?
Right, and I don't understand why a lot of black men
can't understand that.
Are uplifting this man and saying he didn't do nothing. Oh no, he didn't do nothing wrong. He was right in everything that he said. Y'all just putting a stamp of approval on the way he's treating women. And that's not right, because that is wrong. And if that's the type of mindset y'all have, that to me makes me feel like y'all just as sexist as he is. And you sexist.
It's nothing. Hold on, V. Hold on. It ain't got nothing for me. It got nothing to do with sexist, because I feel like I told y'all. I always tell y'all can see for yourself. I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to a man or a woman. So if it was a man who came on a woman's show and they asking her all this shit, and it wasn't and the original topic wasn't even about that, and she said whatever to this man because that wasn't the time or place, I would feel the exact same way how I feel about what Kevin Samuels did. It ain't got nothing to do with me being a sexist. It's just like on your panel, V. If you have an open panel, but you're talking about something and somebody comes up and starts talking about some other shit, and you decide to hang up or say whatever you want to say to this person, I'm not gonna fault you at all because it's your panel. You see what I'm saying? That's my point. It ain't got nothing to do with sex or nothing like that. It's just,
but it is
for me,
when it comes to Kevin Samuels. Have you seen how
no,
he
it doesn't. Not for me. For other men, probably.
So are you
for
just
other, no, listen.
Oblivious to the way he speaks to black women?
Hold on. No, you know why? You know why? I'm not oblivious to it, but I'm telling you now. I've seen his other videos. He's like that with other men too. He does this with other men as well. It's not just black women. He does this with black men also. Y'all just choose not to see that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It ain't got nothing to do with sex. Because that's what he does with everybody. But do you choose not to see that, V?
don't watch him, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to
Okay,
either.
that see,
And I don't
at
plan
least
on
y'all admit
watching
Stamp of
that.
him.
approval.
At
So
least,
okay, so do you feel
at
that
least
he
y'all admit
had
that.
in these both situations with the woman that was talking about trying to find a six-figure black man, and also with Rochelle Ritchie, do you guys believe that he was absolutely 110% right in the way he handled the situation and what he said?
No.
No.
And V, I'm gonna say this too. I told you, I said it in 2 separate videos. I don't believe he was 100% right in how he handled it. I've said that already. Because, like I said in that first video that went viral about the woman calling herself a 6, a 5 or a 6, I said he at the end of the video when he called her a broad and get off my goddamn phone, I felt he was wrong right then. He shouldn't have handled the situation like that. But as far as how he handled everything else, I felt he wasn't in the wrong. And it ain't got nothing to do with her being a black woman. If he would have did that same shit to a black man or a white man or a white woman or anybody, I would have felt like he handled it like he was supposed to. Period. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know about other black men. But for me, it's not about sex. For me, it's just about he was right or he was wrong. Period. It ain't got shit to do with sex for me.
Okay, that's for you. Kiana Vision said you can't do, and this is what he said, right? Because I remember in the clip, he did make a point about this. So Kiana said you can't do with women what you do with men. And he even said that women can't be expecting men to speak to them like a woman would.
Yes.
But just because you're the opposite sex and you don't speak the way that a woman does,
Wait, hold on. What was it? I didn't even hear what was said.
To be disrespectful with it.
I didn't hear what was said. What was said?
So Kiana said, you can't do with women what you do with men. Kevin Samuels said to the ladies that women cannot expect men to speak to them the same way a woman does. He said that in the clip with the Rochelle clip.
Yeah.
Right? So, but my thing is, even if men do not speak to women the same way women speak to women, does that mean that still gives you guys the right to be disrespectful in your response to a woman?
No, and I agree with that. You know why? Because when men speak to other men, well, I'm talking about men, not boys, not nothing like that. When men speak to men, we're not disrespectful. When these same men speak to women, we are not disrespectful, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like y'all take what he's said or whatever as disrespect. I feel until the end of the clip, he wasn't disrespectful at all. That's how I took it. I'm sorry if y'all don't like it, but I felt at first he was not disrespectful. Okay, and I get you're gonna disagree, V. You always disagree. I get that. I understand. I still feel like it wasn't until the end.
He's absolutely 110% wrong, and he was
wrong about
disrespectful.
What?
He was
wrong
disrespectful in his approach and how he spoke to those women. He was disrespectful. He has no what women? The way he spoke to Rochelle, disrespectful. Mm-hmm. The way he spoke to the woman with the 6-figure man, disrespectful. On both instances, he was disrespectful in his approach. Just because someone isn't screaming or shouting does not mean that they are not being disrespectful. It's the words that are coming out of your mouth and the way you are saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can I ask you something, Navi? Since you feel him not yelling and shouting, but didn't even call her out her name until the end of the clip, clearly, which was wrong. Since you feel that was disrespectful when he wasn't yelling, he didn't call her out her name or nothing, do you feel over talking someone or interrupting someone disrespectful?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes.
V, can you answer that?
Partially. Depends on...
You don't want to answer that, though.
On Battle of the Sexes, it's not disrespectful.
Yes or no?
On Battle of the Sexes, it's not disrespectful, because I know where you're going with this.
Okay. All right, just so you know. Just so you know.
Where's he taking this, huh?
Okay.
I'm trying to understand like where y'all's like, because I remember you both watching this and you both thinking he ain't wrong, he writing what he said, you know, he just telling the truth. It's just the harsh truth and blah, blah, blah. But my thing is, if he's being disrespectful to women and women are perceiving it and receiving it that way, then there's something wrong with your ass. You need to stop.
Can I?
Yes, you
But
can
I'm gonna
tell
say
the
this,
truth.
V.
Yes, you can say what your truth is. No one's saying that, right? You have an opinion. Sorry, y'all. They were asking about opinion in the link.
Yeah, because you
I just
didn't
put it
drop the
in the
link
chat.
like I told you.
Oh, there it is.
I did. I dropped it like 3 times. But
No one's seen it though. But there it is. Since you pinned it, it's better now.
Yeah, it's better at pins. That's good.
I completely like you completely threw me off my point. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel that he was right. I don't like. Okay, fine, fair enough. He felt like he had to defend himself, right? Which is why he comes and explains himself for the first situation. But then he doesn't really explain it in a good way. He just makes himself look like more of an asshole. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna be real. And I don't feel that women deserve to be treated that way. I don't believe that women deserve to be taught to that way. And maybe it just talks about the women that he puts himself around. Maybe that speaks on the type of women he interacts with. Because I know the type of women that I interact with, and they ain't gonna stand for that shit.
We can see it, Shanita.
I was asking in chat because someone in the chat said they
Period.
couldn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Look, Logic's gone quiet. Logic's stewing.
No, he ain't stewing. I know why he. I know exactly why he quiet.
Why he
Real
quiet? Because he feels like we got around circles.
I have something to ask you. Real talk, 87.
What's up, Shanita?
King of content. Okay.
What's up, Shanita Marie? Randomly. What's up?
Thank you. You said a time ago, what was the problem in Rochelle Ritchie telling Kevin Samuels he should have hung up with the woman instead of saying what he said, and then you said, well, what's wrong with him hanging up the phone on her because she asked him to do the same thing. I don't believe that was the contents in which she was trying to say, hang up the phone. Because she had already been saying that he needed to say, or insinuating that he could have said, because she didn't say should have. She said he could have said what he said to her a different way. So I don't think she was telling him to hang up the phone in her face like he hung up the phone in Rochelle Ritchie's face. She was literally trying to make a statement and he hung up because he felt the conversation was going to go wherever I guess he figured it was going to go. But in Kevin Samuel fashion, if what he's saying is not being heard, or he feels like that someone's not trying to digest what he's trying to say, then he has no time for it and he hangs up and then follows up by saying, this is how you should treat a woman. This is how you handle this situation. So I don't think she was telling him you should have hung up in that girl's face last time you talked. She was saying it's a way, like we've all been saying, it's just a way to do it.
Okay, so what's your question?
Well, not really a question. It was a statement because you had asked and I just wanted to answer. I'm sorry.
Okay, I get it. I understand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Logic, do me a favor. Play the clip again, and I'm gonna tell you when to stop it. Did he hear me?
Yeah.
I was saying play the clip again, and I'll tell you when to stop it. Thank you.
Like we're serious, but it's about doing shit. So without
her to and business or whatever.
So without further ado, here's the clip.
The woman that had the business or whatever, 6 at best or whatever you had said. And I'm just really curious as to, since that video has happened, have you reached out to her to maybe just say anything like, I'm sorry that, it came across the way that it did, or, anything to her to just kind of say like, maybe my tone or maybe what I said or my frustration that you weren't respecting, what I was trying to do that night with my show led me to act the way that I did. Because when I saw it, I was stunned.
You know what I find interesting? is did you expect a man who was running a business when a woman who was an avid viewer of the show called in on an inappropriate day, and I did my level best to talk to this woman, irrespective of my platform. And for 23 minutes, I tried to give her exactly what she wanted. So, and no, has she called me to say, you know what, sir, I'm sorry for calling in on the wrong day. I know I should have did that.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm not
Stop.
doing that. I'm sorry for
Okay.
Stop.
inappropriate.
Pause it.
Really?
Now, gentlemen, okay. Did you see anything wrong with what the lady asked him? When she said, did you reach out after receiving the backlash and everything that has gone on since that situation? Did you reach out to her to, you know, try and kind of smooth things over and apologize for the way in which you spoke to her? Did you think there was anything wrong with what her question was towards him?
There was nothing wrong with her question. Why?
Okay, great. Did y'all pay attention to his response?
Yeah, and his response, he
flip it. Why you
wasn't.
flip it? How you gonna flip it?
He didn't flip nothing. He said,
yes,
why?
He did. He completely flipped it.
Can I answer your question though? Thank you.
Go ahead.
Damn. Okay, I don't think he didn't try to flip anything. I feel like he said, why would I even reach out to her? Like, it's dead. That's what he said. He wasn't disrespectful to Rochelle at all. He answered her question. Why do I need to? That's what he said. Now, just being me, if I flip on somebody and I know they feel a kind of way about it, eventually within a day or two, well, except with you, V, clearly, I didn't do that with you, but within a day or two, I'm going to hit him up and be like, okay, look, I apologize for this, and the third. He didn't do that. Was he wrong for not doing it? No. But that's how I would have done it. That's all I'm saying.
No, but he turned around and said, I see what you're saying. However, he turned around and was like, wait, why the hell? Basically, what he said was, why the hell am I apologizing to her when she disrupted my show and called on the wrong day, even though I tried to help her out, but she was disrespectful to me. That's exactly how he turned that back around, like basically saying she should have called me to reach out to me. She don't owe him a damn thing. She didn't insult him. She didn't disrespect him. She didn't do any of that. He publicly disrespected her. How is that okay?
He did not
that was wrong. I don't understand how y'all don't see that was wrong. Straight up
wrong. How did Kevin Samuels at that moment disrespect Rochelle Ritchie? He did not disrespect Rochelle at all.
I'm talking about the other woman and what the conversation is. We're going to take this conversation.
Why are you still talking about the other woman for?
I'm going to stay on this.
Well, it's my show and I can cover whatever piece of it that I want to. So I'm talking about this part of the conversation that they're addressing right here. Is that okay to you, man? Are you okay with that, man?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, drink that Hennessy.
Why are you so stupid?
Take it all the way back. Take it all the way back. Take it all the way back. Okay. I'm just wondering because I've got to break this whole conversation down because I feel like I need to break it down to you men, to you guys to understand why women are pissed off, upset, and angry at the way he's handled the situation and the way he continues to talk to black women. That's what I want you guys to understand. All the men.
Right? I said that exact same thing. And Shanita said, no. Logic, stay on the topic. She gave like a 5-minute dialogue and you just sit here and said, you know, it don't matter. Go ahead. Yeah, hey, go ahead. This is insane. Like I said, the double standard is be spewing out of you guys, and nobody was saying, you know what, Logic, you're right. She literally did what Shanita got on me for. Who gonna say it? Nobody. Look at her. Be like,
hey, now hold on. To be real, he's telling the truth on that. Shanita did bring that up, and now we're back to not talking about the actual topic. So he's right in that aspect.
Right. So my thing is though, because he was the one who brought it up. He was the one who brought it up. He stay on topic. But now, when YouTube Court TV TM does not stay on topic, that allows Kennedy V to not stay on topic, because now we're not staying on topic anymore.
Hold on, Shanita. I knew he was gonna do that. But hold on, Shanita. That's the point right there. I knew she was gonna do that. But that's the point. He ain't said nothing in at least the last 30 minutes. So
right, no, what I'm saying is he's already opened the door for us to be off topic when he had already originally said to stay on topic. So now that he's off, it opens the door for everyone to be off topic.
Where did logic
about the whole conversation though? Like, I'm literally just breaking it down piece by piece. So I just got here because I noticed that Kevin Samuels switches it. Like, that's what he does, right? He switches the story of where we're at all the time. So he's always playing victim, always. So right now it's like we're asking you, why didn't you do this? Oh, well, why didn't she do that to me? What the hell? What is?
I see now that right there. That I agree, because I don't like people playing victim to shit. I feel he was wrong right there too. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like he should have said, "Well, why she couldn't do this?" Like,
with something. Is he agreeing?
I've been agreeing with several. No, hold on. I've been agreeing with several things so far today. So I don't know why y'all acting like y'all brand new. Like, I've been agreeing with a couple things today already. So
okay. Logic, come back and press play.
He probably get another drink. There you go. He getting something.
Is that popcorn? Now that
I love you. I love you, Logic.
Oh, okay.
Eating dinner. Okay. Play Logic. Popcorn. We ready for the next part.
I love you, Logic.
Well, to the no, to the no.
That's the way the conversation's always been. It's always on the black man to bend over backwards and come back to queen black woman and beg for your forgiveness. It ain't gonna happen. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. That's why it's up.
That's right. Okay, and that's fine. Okay, so you didn't. So my thing is that
I didn't, nor should I. I didn't, and I don't, and nor should I have been expected.
Okay, and that's fine. That's your it's your show, it's your decision. But this is the other thing. If you are because I'm on television as well, and if you have your own show, and somebody is doing something that you find disrespectful to your show, just like you hung up on me, you could have hung up on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even have to continue having the
conversation. Please don't tell me what I should or should not do.
I didn't say you. I said you could have.
Rochelle, I could have done a lot of things, but I did what I did.
Yeah, I know you did. I'm just saying.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're just saying, but here's the thing. I find it very rich. We are always telling men what we should do. They told Kevin Kelly what he should do in his restaurant too. He put $1 million plus into a business during the pandemic to employ black people. And because he said, "Get the fuck out, I don't need your money," they wanted to cancel a brother. 82% of men say there are no marriageable women on the market. When are you ladies going to start listening to men instead of telling us what we should do?
Exactly.
I didn't say, okay.
Yes, you have.
I didn't say, I did not say I didn't say you had to do that. But what I'm saying is,
why would you think it's on my, why would you think it's on me to reach out to this woman and call her? She is not a poor. Hold on, no. But the thing is, I didn't hear a follow-up question. Why would you follow with a middle-aged entrepreneur?
See how he was cutting her off? She was trying to talk, and he steadily cut her off.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. You see that?
Hold on, V. So if you want to use, I get it. Oh no, that's true. I agree. That was disrespectful, right? So let's use that same logic here in this chat, in this panel. When you cut somebody off in this panel, is that wrong or not? Is that disrespectful or not, V?
No, because
answer that question.
No, because this is the right atmosphere for that.
What? How?
It's a battle. We're battling it out, right? We're battling out our points. So that's perfectly fine that we can do that. Shay K said, we've been forced Wait, hold on. She said, we've been forced to listen and to submit since the beginning of time. What the fuck is he talking about? Would any of the men like to? And it's true. Y'all acting like women don't listen to you guys. Women do listen to you guys. We've been listening to you guys. What the problem here is the fact that y'all can't handle when a woman wants to stand up and start speaking out against what you're saying. That's what.
Can I answer the question
nowadays?
Can I say something? Okay. The reason why we say y'all don't listen to us is because when you ask a question and we try to answer, you start talking over us once again. So you don't listen to us at all.
Oh, we listen to
that's what happens on this panel.
We listen to you guys. We hear y'all loud and clear.
So y'all listen, right? So y'all listen. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Since y'all listen, and not you real talk, but the girl who said Kevin Samuels having a conversation with, how old was her kid?
What was the question? Sorry, I didn't.
I said, how old was the kid?
13.
All right. What the lady was from? What was her occupation?
She was some kind of business owner, animal something.
What kind of business owner? Oh, animals. Yeah, you're right. It was animals. All right.
Yeah.
It wasn't animals.
What are you trying to test? We heard the show.
My point is y'all say y'all listen so much and y'all want a dialogue on something that I really don't think y'all listen to. That's why y'all point.
Y'all listen to it.
Okay. See, you want me to sit here and say, and I'm gonna say it. The only reason I brought that up is because you got deep opinions on that whole situation, right? But see, I'm still wondering, did we just go and listen to that last little clip when he said she's average at best? Or did we listen and get the full context of the conversation to see why I maybe got to that? That's all why I asked y'all that question. And you was right, the child was 13. You know what I'm saying? The girl was from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? She was a alleged business owner. She allegedly owned a daycare. A lot of times we have so much to say, but we only take that piece. And then when I was muted, I was back over listening to the conversation, right? That conversation is deep. Initially, I said, no, he didn't deserve the right, but I had to refresh myself. I went back. He asked every question that now I understand why he rated her a 5. If you want to know why he rated her a 5, go back and listen to the full dialogue. He rated her a 5 and he told her she wants something outside of her range because she got a 13-year-old kid. The daddy is nowhere to be around. He broke it down to her. So now with that scale that he used, I got to see how I agree now. What he did.
So you weren't listening before, you went back to listen again. Is what I'm getting out of this.
I
and
listened
what you
to it.
out of it is the context that you have a different understanding now.
No, I listened to it the first time, but it wasn't. I was off of this Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is not important in my life.
So basically, Logic said,
you go, Robin.
Basically what Logic is saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you agree with the fact that he told her that, yes, you are a 5, you are average at best. So you basically agree with how that went down.
Yes, because now I see, and I didn't do a video on this, but now I see he went through and he picked and he asked all the questions. So now, based on that, based on her whole thing, and he said it perfectly. She want a man that's in the top 30% of black men, right? And then now he told her that these are the things that won't get you. It wasn't a beauty thing, what he was saying. The looks, it wasn't matter. He asked her everything to say why she would not be in his top 30%. He explained it to her. So now if you listen to the full context of it, he told you it wasn't about her looks. It was that she a single mom. She have no contact with the dad. She said all this. You know what I'm saying? She said everything that gave him this ammunition to use. If y'all want to play it, I'll play it.
And because of all of those things that he rated on whatever scale he's weighing her on, she became a 5, and she doesn't deserve a man with 6 figures because of all these things you're saying.
Yeah.
She can't get one. She said this. She said she could not get one on her level, according to her. He was telling her, she was asking him, she specifically asked him, why can I not find a man on my level? Then she asked this question now. Then he went and strategically asked her all these questions and told her this is why you cannot find a man that's at the top 30% of black men. It's all in there. Was he wrong?
What she said was, I feel like I need to date someone who has made 6 figures. And then he told her that he doesn't qualify for a man for 6 figures. She doesn't know where to look for a man who has 6 figures, and she doesn't know any man who made 6 figures, is what was being said in the conversation. And then he followed up with, well, ma'am, what do you rate yourself? And then she told him, and then what happened next was, okay, this is what you have going on. It gets worse and worse each time I say it. You are a single mom. You're a single mom with a 13-year-old son. You're a single mom with a 13-year-old son whose daddy is sketchy. You're a single mom, and he just kept saying that everything bad about her as the reasons why she can't have a 6-figure man, because she doesn't meet whatever qualifications, and then followed up by saying, well, ma'am, you're average at best.
So can I say this? And see, we'll be honest, right? The top 30% of black men, with everything that woman just told us, right? Black men would tell you that they can find a better option. That's all he's telling. That's all he's saying.
And the thing is too, just like somebody mentioned in the comment section, most men who make 6 figures, like, we're not looking for a mother, like a baby mama, like somebody who already got kids. We don't want to take care of somebody else's kids. That's pretty much what he was saying. You want a single woman with no kids.
No, don't take offense to that. Don't take offense to that.
I'm not taking offense to that. I'm not going to take offense to it. I respect that. But my thing is, but y'all want women to accept you as a single daddy with kids. The
Not
woman
necessarily.
should be able to accept that. The woman should be able to accept that and be with you when you have kids.
Hold on.
But men don't want women with kids.
Hold on. No, because you already know my position. You already know my position, V. I already don't want a woman as it is. I want to be single. That's the first thing. I got kids and I don't mind being single. You know my stance on that already.
6 figures is $100,000. That's not an unattainable figure for anyone to get. It's not like you're balling out of control with $100,000.
You're right. However, that's still
making $100,000 at minimum. So for her to want somebody on her level financially, I don't think that's hard to ask.
You got to realize this.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this one thing. You can go ahead, Logic. The first thing you got to realize is, as not hard for it to attain or whatever, there is still a very few percentage of people who make $100,000. Now go ahead, Logic.
And think about this, because if you look at it, he asked all the right questions. Where is she from again? North Carolina.
Carolina.
All right. So now, if you got $100,000 in DC, not much. You got $100,000 in New York, not much. LA, not much. Certain parts of Texas, not much. But in North Carolina, it's a game changer. So that's why I said, if you listen to it, he asked all the right questions.
Well, so he qualifies. She qualifies then, at least in her state, to find somebody in her state.
No, but you made the point. I say that because you made the point. You just made the point that $100,000 is not a lot of money. So she's not asking for a lot, or she don't make a lot. But in North Carolina, $100,000 is a lot. So she's looking for, and it's really, it's besides. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that everything that we assume that he did not do because everybody go to the clip and they wait on that little piece right there. He actually did a good job having a conversation with her. He was looking for. He had a conversation with her. He was boiling it down. He was breaking it down. It was coming to the point, and then he was like, "Okay, well, do you think you deserve a black man that's in the top 30%?" I think that's a fair question.
It's a fair question, but like I said, in the context of what he was saying, like I've been saying, in the context of what he was saying, what he was saying to her, because just like he's been cutting off Rochelle Ritchie, he cut off this woman as well. Each time she tried to speak or tried to respond to what he was trying to say, he wasn't having it. He was already cutting her off. And you watched it. She didn't get a time to say anything. Anytime she said something that sounded like a rebuttal, he's cutting her off. Just like Rochelle Ritchie. She couldn't even get what she needed to say out before he was already cutting her off. And we heard both.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let it go. Right? Switch the shoes. If that was a black woman did that to a black man,
no issues with it at all.
With this being, I really want to see if y'all gonna be honest. If this was done to a black man by a black woman, and I'm gonna just put it in aspect, a successful black woman, or another black woman that a black man come up, we don't know. If this was done to a black man, would this be even a conversation?
No.
I still feel like it would be rude, regardless of the sex, whoever's doing it. If they're
No. I didn't say that. Answer my question, V. Answer my question.
Gone viral? No.
Would it be a conversation?
No.
V?
I don't know. It depends on how much heat goes around it.
I can't hear you. Say that again.
What was that, V?
I said it depends on how much heat goes around the topic.
No.
That's what I just got.
But V, you say we don't answer your questions. Wow.
I answered your question. Yeah, this is the thing. This is what my problem is with you guys, right? On the panel. My problem is the fact that I answer your questions. However, because it's not the answer that you want to receive, you have a problem with my answer and say I don't answer the question. I answered the question. I just didn't answer the question the way in which you guys wanted to receive that. That's not my problem.
Okay, so now I'm asking. Dan. Robin said no, it wouldn't be a hot topic. I'm not gonna even mess with you. Robin, why do you feel it wouldn't be a hot topic?
I'm not sure why. I just know that it wouldn't have blew up like this. It wouldn't have been viral. And that's honest. But was it rude? Yes. It doesn't matter who was sitting in the chair, who made the comment. It's a rude thing to have happened, but it wouldn't have gone viral as it did had it been reversed. And that's just what it is. It's just our society right now.
Yeah.
I think it happened because it was a black man who insulted a black woman. And I think that's the problem. Twice, not just to one woman, but to multiple women. So I think that's what the issue is, the man.
And my thing is,
so can I say this?
And if he keeps on doing it, of course women are gonna have a problem with this. And I don't
so can I say this?
Can't get that for yourself. First of all, before you say what you gotta say, I need to address Mr. Derek C. Williams in the chat. The host does not have a problem with men, so do not start today. Derek.
So why would he
Derek
say that?
The host
you'll call that out. You'll call that out. But then the other girl been. No. Well, hold on. See,
I backed him up in the chat. They were talking about it. I'm like,
I'm with you, Robin. I'm with you. But Robin, no. I read it, Robin.
That's
I read
crazy.
it. Wait. Hold on. I know.
Crazy.
I know that, but. Somebody been throwing shots at the men all night, saying how
she don't say
he's
nothing.
right on screen.
Yeah, so nothing was said.
No, but hold on though.
Okay,
I like Kiana. I
love
like Kiana.
real.
Go ahead, Kiana. What's
I love
up?
Real. Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Hey, Kiana.
I had to pop up because all my fingers was getting tired. I was down there like, now. I just wanted to say this, like, me in the chat, I play a lot. Okay, so I get that everybody doesn't know the context of my playful messages, right? So I'm down there writing nickel and all this stuff. Don't mind me, okay? But so what I wanted to ask is to V, what do you feel like you get out of having these conversations? What is the end result or the I wouldn't say solution, but what is the product that you want out of these panels?
So the product that I want out of these panels is for people to get an understanding of where people differ. And sometimes you can have situations on different topics when women and men can agree on on some things, but then a lot of the time as well, it's more of an understanding as to where each sex stands on certain topics or issues, and understanding how they get to that mindset or that thought or whatever the case may be. So that is what we try to get out from this show. Try to. It don't
right.
Happen,
so the key
but
word
we're always trying to allow people to explain.
Try.
Period. And I completely feel that. I asked you because I understood what you was doing here, you know, and I hear you when you're talking. And I feel like the key element that's missing in these conversations is understanding. And Vita said it 3 times now. It's not about agreeing all the time. It's not about saying who's right and wrong. It's about getting perspective and saying, oh, I understand that what you're saying.
Yeah.
Robin has been up here all night, and I've been wanting to jump up here because Robin, you have touched my heart.
Me?
Yes. I am watching you. Girl, you have touched me because I'm sitting here watching you, and I used to do what you do, what you're doing tonight, and there's nothing wrong with it. I had to become very vocal. I used to be nice to people that weren't so nice to me. Okay. So what it is, like for me to jump up here, I'm not even speaking to the men because men have their own logic. What these men are saying, logic and real, they're not lying. They're telling the truth. They're looking at it from a man's point of view.
Correct.
They're not lying. If you want to know something, ask person. Logic said that this man, he broke it down. I don't like to talk about this man because I don't personally like him. But what Logic said is true. Everything he's saying. The girl put herself on the platform so that she can be ridiculed. She asked the question. She needed praise. That's her fault. Okay? I'm saying that to say women, Black women, we don't need approval. We don't need to be rated. If a man asks you what you would rate yourself, you say, no, thank you. Mm-hmm. She's here.
Thank you. I said that shit. Thank you.
Yeah, Real, I heard you. I heard you. And I follow Real. I watch Real's channel. It's just very true. Now, you never put yourself in a fight and then defend it. Try to defend yourself. You're not going to win because you already fell for it. You already rated yourself. You asked me to rate myself, I won't do it. I think I'm great. You know, I think all of you ladies are great. And I don't think that men understand emotions as much as we do, and respect as much as we do, and how you talk to people as much as we. They don't hear that.
They're not
as
there
much
yet.
as you said it, Robin, he ain't heard you.
No, nothing.
And he won't. I was just telling my son, my daughter. I have a son and a daughter, and my daughter, and I said this on my panel earlier. She was in here crying, and I realized it was a fake cry after a while. It just became too dramatic. So I said, what's wrong with you? And she says, you know, she does the same thing. She's just steadily crying, like doing the performance. And I told her, that boy don't care. Not because he's an evil person. Y'all are not the same. Crying is not going to get him to budge. You know what I'm saying? And he came in the door and I said, watch this. And I asked my son, why did you do this? Whatever, you know. He says, I didn't really care. He took the words out of my mouth. She didn't have to guess. She just had to know what she was looking for. That makes sense. But what Logic said is not a lie. What Real is saying is not a lie. But they don't understand what you're saying because you're talking about the way you talk to men, the way you talk to women. Exactly. The gentleness that we need to be heard or to listen or to receive a message. They can't hear it. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't.
And I agree with her dialogue. I would agree with that. Like I said, it's a lot of YouTubers that state a lot of facts. And I would tell you this, Thomas Sotomayor stated a lot of facts. Is his delivery? I am anti his delivery. But like I said, if you're talking about Thomas Sotomayor, right? And then the way women been putting Kevin Samuel, they put Kevin Samuel in a Thomas Sotomayor category. So I'm like this. We got bosses, we got individuals, women talk shit to each other every day, call them all kind of bald-headed bitches and hoes and stuff like that. Hey, look, I know black women is not that sensitive. They just choose to be sensitive, just like Robin we was talking about. They choose to be sensitive in this incident because it's a man. That's why if roles was switched, it would not be a whole sensitive issue.
Andrea, go ahead. Andrea. Take the floor.
Does it make it right? Does it make it right, Logic? I'm just asking the question to you. Does it make it right that women disrespect each other and black women disrespect black women? It doesn't make it right at either one of them. It's still wrong on both categories, okay? And what he did is all the way how he opposed somebody. I don't know why y'all can't hear that.
Logic, before you answer, can I just address Andrea for a second? Andrea, from the first time we've had Battle of the Sexes to now, I just want to say, like, wow, your growth. Do you guys remember the first time? You came up here.
No. Wow, she got tired of getting all them tall glasses of cold water.
Dang.
No. When she first came, she first came. I had to give her a whole bunch of. And this is the thing, right? And Drew just go crazy on me, right? Hey, no, watch this though. Watch this though. And I used to still take it with a grain of salt because I knew that she would eventually come down. And then she got tired of me saying, "Hey, Andrea, you need a cold glass of ice water?" I don't say it no more. Now, why I don't say it no more? Because she is actually, you know what I'm saying, she's changing her approach. You know what I'm saying? But back to
I listen. I go back and watch the replay. I listen, okay? So I'm saying to you guys, we tell Real Talk 87, you know I got much love for you, my brother. It's all in your approach to how you talk to somebody. You cannot reach me when you're mad at me. You cannot reach me when you're yelling at me. But when you calm down and we have a real conversation, you got me right here.
So if that's the case, like you said, Logic, you had to give her a tall glass of water and she changed her approach. And she recognized that she needed to change her approach. So that means what?
Real face. I really don't think he got that.
Y'all need to change your approach.
You literally can't make this shit up.
I agree with what Kiana said, okay, and I understand exactly what she's saying, what she's explaining, and it's amazing that because she's not
she has me a
female that is on the panel, y'all seem to understand what she says. We could say this to y'all 20 million different ways, y'all don't ever get it.
Well, it's probably because y'all know each other too. Y'all probably know each other.
No.
Can I say this real quick? I know when I wanted to say this because Logic just said it. He said women choose. What? Say it again. I'm sorry, Logic. I don't want to say it wrong.
I choose to be emotional in these situations. Okay. That's why it won't be no emotions towards the opposite. If the same incident can happen and you just switch the bodies between a man and a woman, no emotions would be drawn towards this situation. And then you got to ask yourself, the big thing is this. And I'm going to tell you y'all tell me what y'all think. Is black men don't got an issue with black women. Black women got issue with black men.
No, so I'm going to respond to that. Number one, I don't think that women choose to do anything. I think that the misconception
even like now. So when I was in the chat, the thing talking my shit. I'm sorry. Can I cuss? Because I be cussing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Man, I cuss like a motherfucker. Go ahead. Go
ahead. You're good.
I'm like the only one who doesn't curse here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not cussing to be disrespectful. If a cuss word slip out, just
Okay,
so what I'm saying is, I think, and I'm gonna bring it back because I don't want to. It's just like Logic said. It's a circular conversation. There's so many subjects in this one topic that you cannot cover everything. But I will reiterate what Logic is saying is true. If it was reversed, it wouldn't be the same. But women don't choose. We are women. This is not a choice to see what you don't. We are different. We have a different
DNA.
We're not paying attention to the same thing. So I think that the problem is that men see women as choosing to do a lot of things that we just don't. There's a lot of things that we do that we don't choose. I get so annoyed when people put on me what I don't choose. Not saying I don't do it. But
can I do this? I want to interrupt you because I want to give you a bad example and a real example, right? All right. On this panel, we talk. We got a group. We talk and we said this. We would not give the chat no energy. Am I right? Real talk. As something happened like the other the last Saturday or whenever it was. We said we would not give the chat no energy, right? So I'm gonna say this. Right. I saw your comments talking shit about the man, right? You know what I did? Yeah, you talking shit. But you know what I did? Yeah, watch this. Me and Real Talk address you. Anytime when you talk.
But that's not my problem. I knew you weren't addressing me. I was talking to Shay and all them down there.
It's a point with this. But did me and Real Talk address you by talking shit to us? We didn't address you, right?
Nope.
The first thing that was said to a woman on this panel by, what's his name?
Derek Williams.
Derek Williams. Right? That's what it is. It was paused and instantly addressed. Even though
that's a different subject, though.
No. What I'm showing you it goes along the line with everything we're talking about.
Logic.
We have to say singular, though. We can't group it.
Wait. Hold on. I was with you, Robin. But what I'm trying to say though, it's a double standard that goes back to is a visible double standard. Just like if it was a man that did this situation instead of a woman, it would not be an issue. Y'all was going in on men Real Talk in the chat. It wasn't an issue. Old boy say something, one thing to the women saying that, hey, look, Kennedy B is biased or whatever. Now, stop. How dare you talk about us black queens? Hey, but that's my whole point.
This situation was handled off camera, so
I didn't expect anybody to respond to me. I didn't expect Real or Logic to respond to me. I was really just
Kiana
talking shit with the girls down there.
Kiana,
it's because they've responded before and it hasn't failed.
Yeah, because listen, Kiana, the thing is this, Kiana. See, I know about Kiana, so like she was talking shit. I wouldn't address it because I like Kiana. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with her. I know all about her. But like the other women who were talking shit, I just looked at it and chose not to address it because I promised myself, as well as the other panel members, I'm not going to address shit if that person ain't up here. Period.
But
you know what? These are my sisters, though. These ladies are my sisters.
But did we talk about that? We talk about this. You know, we ain't going to even go through this no more, right? And man, look at this shit, boy. I tell you the truth. Derek, go in on her.
Standard.
I want to add to that because that situation was
pretty girl talking. Pretty girl talking. Come on, pretty girl.
Okay.
Pretty girl.
He can be in the chat and say what he want to say. Come up on the stream, y'all. We ain't afraid of you. What you doing?
Amen.
There's no argument coming from me. If a man is in the comment section, it's most likely these women will respond. That's what we do. Is that a bad thing? Why can't you just respect what women do and what men do? That's what I'm trying to say. It's not. I'm saying women can choose not to respond to men, or they can choose to do it. Men can choose not to, or I don't get the risk.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Well, watch this. Use that same analogy. Kevin Samuels can do what he want to do then.
I said that. I said I agree with logic. When I first came up here, I said
ain't no time. You can do what you
when
want
I
to do.
came up here, I asked Candidly V what was the purpose of this show. Number one.
Perspective.
Second thing I said was that I agreed with logic and Real's perspective because they are men. Third thing I said is that women and men are different. There's no argument to be had. Point. That's it. Drops mic.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Respect each other. People with brown skin, be gentle with one another. That's it. It's nothing to talk about. He should not be talking to her like that, despite what he said. It was wrong how he spoke to her. It was wrong how he did her. There's the fact that men are trying to separate or take the two and combine them is ridiculous. V should not accept that. Shanita should not. Robin should not. Nobody in the chat. It was disrespectful. Black men are not gentle with Black women. You need to be a little bit more gentler. Me being dark skinned, she's chocolate. She's almost blue. Okay, they don't respect me. I'm the most. You see how Real says that he fucks with me. It's because I don't come at him crazy. I'm not saying dark skinned Black women come at men crazy. I'm saying that's the stereotype. People try to put that on me all the time because I'm chocolate.
I'm gonna tell you this, and this is one of the misconceptions of Black men. See, our younger generation is taught this titty holes, you know what I'm saying, all this kind of crazy concept. But as once he becomes a gentleman, right? All the stuff that you perceive or media tell you that he cares about, he do not. He care more about what comes out of your mouth than how you look. And I'm telling you that. And I got buddies that will sit here and tell you the same thing. What comes out of her mouth matters more than how she looks. If we can deal with that just for one instance, I promise you, we would change these narratives that's out here. Well, I know it's true. A lot of Black men is going to other races. But see, instead of Black women say, okay, why y'all doing this? Let's talk about it.
We do ask.
Yes, we do so much. We do so much. We around here looking stupid. We change our bodies. We bleach. I'm just talking about on a physical aspect. We do so much dumbness to ourselves that it's ridiculous. I witnessed before I came up here a whole bunch of women on a panel being using restraint to keep their femininity against men who were not listening. Okay, women listen.
But see, this is what I'm.
Robin have changed her perspective. She understood what you were saying at so many points during what you were saying, and you never
think it's like restraining.
I want y'all to realize this.
For
when
me, for me, just real quick, like they literally have a nickname for me, Miss Nonchalant, and that's my personality. I'm not combative. I've never been like a combative person in my whole life, and it's not much for me. Like, I don't need to like use restraint to hold back anything. Like, I just don't have it in me. And a lot of times I really just try to put myself in other people's shoes. And that's very easy for me to do. So that's why I'm able to see other people's perspective very easily. But I don't know. I don't think it's like me holding back.
The problem was that he wasn't seeing your perspective. He wasn't seeing your perspective. It didn't matter about agreeing with you.
Like you said, he can't understand. He can't.
I wasn't seeing her. Watch this. Don't speak for me. What I wasn't hearing her perspective in. Ask me. You said I didn't.
When I say he wasn't listening, okay, so I don't know if you were listening or not, but from my view from the chat when I was watching before I came up here, you weren't receiving any of her points. She was talking and she would land a point or land a question, and it was responded with a question. It was responded with, but don't y'all, or a comeback. It was no pause to actually let it sink in. And here's the thing. I'm not here to be team woman. I don't think anybody was really doing that. I think when one person says something, the next person says something. Then the next person says something. But what do you think about this? And it's like there's no point.
Okay, watch this. During that whole conversation, Robin did say something to you in the chat, right? Yes, she did.
I didn't say no. I'm saying I'm trying to remember what it was.
Hold on. Robin, did I not acknowledge that? I acknowledge. I saw you put that in the chat.
I need to get it right.
Hold on.
Yeah, they were saying that some things about you, and I'm like, these girls, they don't really know him, so let me explain that he's not that bad, or like
when
now
you bought
voice is loud because
if this was
voice. So I was defending you.
Yeah, hold on. But when you brought that up, when I made that point between the Derek C. Williams and what the women was doing, right? Did I not acknowledge that you had said that?
You dismissed it.
No, I acknowledge it. You want me to go back to the replay?
Acknowledge that you said.
He did it.
Acknowledge that she said that he's not that bad.
He said, and I can paraphrase. Yeah, I saw that. But when Derek,
no. This is the thing, though. This is the thing.
It wasn't enough what I did.
It wasn't dismissive.
So you had to put.
But who I was talking to, who made the statement? You didn't make the statement to Derek C. Williams. Who made the statement to Derek C. Williams?
I did, and what?
Exactly. There's no problem with it, but that's why I was telling you I wasn't even talking to you.
We saw the comments about you, though.
The comments weren't about logic. Okay, like I said, when I came up in here, I was joking, and I'm not saying I was fully joking, but me saying nickel and all that, I wouldn't disrespect somebody. Like I'm just acting up with the girls in the chat, right? This is what I'm doing. But what I was saying was that when I say he's screaming at you, Rob, you talking about that? He yelling at you. He doing. What I was saying is, even when you're talking right now, and I'm trying to make a point, and he goes, "Mine."
Yes.
All of that is disrespect.
Yes.
I don't think you understand that when women are talking and women don't receive that well. Even didn't I say the laughing Robin? So they don't know.
And I just feel like
why this is saying. I was trying to tell you that it's something that you don't know about. So I was trying to say, hey, hold up, sis. Then I was talking to Robin because she know exactly what was going on. So now you can, okay, like you still doing it now. Yeah, it has nothing to do with you. You just
the men
basically like you don't have to say that. You can have a conversation because I'm not yelling. It don't have to be all or nothing. Like, oh my God, like we're respectful. We can talk. You don't have to give up and throw your hands up. She's here. You feel me?
I'm telling you to realize it has nothing to do with you. The point I made. That's why I was.
I can ask a question.
No, that's when you said, okay, it had nothing to do with me. Okay, now we'll see what he talked about to Robin. That was between Robin and V and the people that was privileged to the conversation we had. You wasn't privileged to that, so you wouldn't understand.
What is it that I said that was about you? Because I remember being in the chat just commenting on what I saw. I don't know about the inside details.
I'm telling you, sis, take yourself out of the equation. It has nothing to do with
I didn't put myself in it. That's what I'm saying.
It was in the group that was talking about, like, just like, you know.
Kiana.
Tell me real. Please talk to me because I'm confused.
Hold on.
Real talk to me.
Okay, now listen. What Logic is saying is when he was mentioning that, he wasn't talking about you. He was talking about the other women that were talking a whole lot of shit in the chat. Not you though. Because I let it know when you came up. I let it know when you came up that you was cool, that I fuck with you. I let that be known off the rip. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I knew you was fucking around.
Thank you. So I was trying to get clarity as to what he was talking about. Now that I know, I get that he's saying that he was not responding to me talking shit in the chat. Is that what you're saying?
I was saying we weren't talking to nobody. We didn't respond. That's what I told you. We didn't respond to nobody in the chat. We wasn't responding. That's why it wasn't really about. It was more about Robin because she made a comment and I saw her make the comment in there. It was more or less Robin and the person who made the statement to Derek C. Williams and the people who was privy to our conversation before. So you had nothing to do with it. And I keep trying to tell you, you had nothing to do with it. You had nothing to do with it. You had nothing to do with it.
You're saying. I don't think I had anything to do with it. I think we're talking about two different things.
Yeah.
I think that what I'm saying is wrong. So clarity is a beautiful
he's
thing.
on another like
clarity is a beautiful thing. Like
it's missing each
right.
other. The
So,
point.
and I want to say this to Real. I'm so glad you fuck with me. Like I fuck with you. You already know. I was trying to have you on the Black Content Corner, but I stopped it. But I just want to say this.
You stopped it.
I did. I want to say this. I know you mess with me, but these women mess with you, okay? Everybody in the chat coming here to see you messes with you. So I know you like me. I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying. But you have to recognize that Black women just all deserve the same treatment. Even if they was talking shit in the chat, right? He can't contain himself. He can't contain himself. And that's what I'm saying. Black women are so used to that, and we smile at that, which is unacceptable. You cannot smile at somebody fidgeting in their chair like this, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not talking. I'm just telling y'all.
Sorry, it's that we know him. Like
they're not used to it.
I mean, no, sis. Listen, let me say it. I understand.
Come on,
I understand what you going. Why you going with? I get it. I understand, but fuck with Logic. We know he acting stupid sometimes.
I know.
So, it's no disrespectful to us. So I get what you're saying, and yes, if it was somebody else, it wasn't Logic, I would damn be on their neck.
Right.
Yeah. I'm telling you, sis, I get what you're saying.
I completely understand. You know, I was just making a point that I'm the type of person where I don't be trying to cape for everybody. But when it comes to Black women, I feel like we are one. You see, Logic and the Real, they cape for each other. Mm-hmm. They talk to each other nice. They're collected. They got penis.
They're a team, girl.
They're a team. We have to be a team too. So if one is disrespected, we all are. And I'm not saying that means that we have to be like, rise up. You know, but we have to recognize the fact that it is unacceptable for somebody to dismiss my sister when she's saying something, because tomorrow I'll be dismissed. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, even in the chat, I don't know, even in the chat, I was hoping that Robin wasn't feeling disrespected by me when I was saying, no, Robin, no, you know, just making sure, but no. I go hard. You feel what I'm saying? Especially for Black women, because those are the people that show up for me. You feel what I'm saying?
Hannah, I love that you said that when she's disrespected, I'm disrespected. Yeah. And I think that's why this whole thing blew up the way that it did, because now Black women are starting to, like, I guess, band together. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're not going to sit there and let anybody like disrespect us. So that's pretty much, I think that's like the cusp of the conversation.
Yeah, but men don't like that though.
No, they don't like that. They don't like
Whoa. No, that's not, no. Let me talk. Thank you. That's not the case. I actually love it. I'm pretty sure Logic loves it. It's the thing that
you didn't love it last week,
Black, hold on, I didn't like last week because I was being disrespected personally by a Black woman. That's what I was mad about. It wasn't about nothing else but that.
We understand.
That's what I was mad about.
We heard you out. I told you I would have blocked.
So,
you know, Shanita has been sitting there with her church finger up for the longest.
Shanita, go ahead, girl.
Go ahead, Shanita. Go ahead.
So, the conversation that we had last week on the panel regarding what was being said in the chat versus what was being said on the panel, that conversation actually happened off camera. So I don't even know how that's relevant to what Kiana was doing in the chat. So that's one thing too. And I'm just gonna fall back after I'm done saying what I'm saying. Real talk 87, King of Content. You said that you actually fucks with Kiana, and it's cool that she's going off the way she's going because you know her.
Come on, Shanita.
Speak your truth, girl.
Come on, Shanita.
Let it out. What's up, Chewbacca? What's up? Let it out.
Chewbacca.
So, if you, what makes it? It makes it different because you know Kiana?
I don't know her personally. It's just that
I don't know her, but
whoa. She was at V. She was that's the problem with you, V. She asked me a question. You want to answer for me? I can answer myself.
I wasn't going to answer for you. I was just stating my own personal opinion on the situation.
Well, can I answer, and then you can have your own personal opinion about it.
Can.
Let me answer first. Thank you. Now continue, Shanita. What was your question, Shanita?
I just wanted to know what made it different. Because you were disrespected personally? Just like Kiana was disrespecting you personally?
Because the thing is this, Kiana, first of all, she wasn't directing nothing at me, for one. That's the first thing. And for two, last week, I don't know who this chick is. She came out of nowhere. I don't know her. She ain't frequenting my page. I ain't frequenting her page. And she just came out capping. So I defended myself, as anybody should do. You understand? That's the difference. Now, like I said, if like me and you, Shanita, no, hold on. Like me and you, Shanita, you know how we always go back and forth, right? If you are doing your live or whatever, and I'm in the chat trolling the fuck out of you, you're not going to take it personal because you know how I am anyway, right? That's how I do. But behind closed doors, we actually communicate off of YouTube. That's the difference. You understand?
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make that reference with how Candy Levy decided to address Greenville in the chat. And, you know, I guess the same goes.
Her. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Are you answering for me? And why
I'm just no, listen. How V addressed Greenville is not my issue. I don't care. She can address him how she wants to. I got no problem with that. My issue with that is she quickly calls that out, but she don't call out nothing else except when she feels attacked. Now, me, y'all already know who I am. Shanita, you seen it. V, you seen it. Andrea, you seen it. Logic has seen it. When anybody disrespects anybody on this panel, I check that real quick. That's with anybody, and y'all know that. And don't say y'all don't.
Okay, so question.
What's up, V?
Are me and Greenville going back and forth, and like?
I don't know if y'all going back and forth or not.
I'm not.
No, it's just the fact that he said something and you called it out. No, it's the fact that he won't. You're right. That's my point. My thing is you called it out real quick when he first did it. You called it out. Now everybody else does it to me and Logic, and you say nothing about it. That's our issue with that.
So is that a personal problem between me and you now? Is that what this is? Is this where we're going?
I don't have a problem. No, V. I don't have no V. I have no. We're having a grown discussion. I'm having a grown discussion with you, and you're not listening.
On top. So.
It's been at the same height for the longest.
I love you, Logic.
The cap is not on the top. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying. Oh my God, y'all don't know.
Oh, it's so nice to see you guys smile.
Is, right, is that we all, I feel like we all agree with the fact that people can say what they want to say, okay? However, I just don't, and I don't feel like the guys understand this point, because I feel like women say it all the time and you guys don't get it, which is what Kiana was saying. I feel that the delivery in which, like, my thing is, Kevin Samuels himself said it. Oh, well, women shouldn't expect men to speak to them like a woman. We're men. Okay, that's fine if you guys want to say what you want to say, how you want to, when you want to say it, but you don't need to be disrespectful towards me when you are delivering whatever type of message you want me to receive. I will receive it in a negative way. And that is the problem with Kevin Samuels. He's downright rude and out of order in his delivery. Now, if he changed his wording to try and get his point across, maybe he wouldn't be having the problems with black women that he be having these days. I don't know. Just a suggestion. Look, we're like, oh no. What lie?
Because you know why?
Tell me.
No, you're not telling no lie. You're not telling a lie at all. My point is this: y'all are making it seem like he's just this sexist pig. When I'm telling y'all, if y'all actually watch his other videos, he does the same with men. He does the exact same shit with other men. It's not just a black woman thing. He does that with black men as well.
But it doesn't make
That's my whole point.
Black women.
It doesn't make it right.
I'm not saying it makes it okay. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it makes it okay. I'm saying that y'all are only pointing out when he does it to women, but y'all don't point out when he does it to other men.
Facts.
That's my point.
Right now, it doesn't make it right. Okay, do you hear that? Do you hear that?
I heard that, Andrea. I heard that.
It doesn't make it right. And I want to be honest with you. I cannot hear somebody when somebody's putting me down, when somebody's yelling at me, and it's the way. I've been to therapy, okay? It's the way you approach. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see me? I'm different now. I'm different. Do you see me? Y'all say I be yelling. I don't be yelling no more. I raise my hand, okay? In the way you approach. And we keep telling you, 87, when you gonna listen to us girls? We gonna steer you in the right way.
Can I make a statement, please?
Logic. We know who you is.
No, I'm just saying. Watch this. Thomas Sotomayor is known for being wet.
A hateful ass black man don't like black women.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. You're right. He's a hateful ass black man that don't like black women, right? But what if I can show you just as many clips as him going off on black men as he do black women?
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you the reason I can't stand the man is his approach. If you want black women to hear him, I'm being honest with you. If you want me to hear you, I'm not gonna hear you when you call me out my name, call me a hood man, call me ghetto because I got 4 or 5 kids. I'm not gonna hear that from you.
Now, you see, I just made a statement that I let you know that he just don't do it to black women. He does it to black men also, right? But and then you wait, hold on. Let me just make a statement. Okay, what I'm trying to say, you do a correlation, right?
Okay.
You still came back and said, I still don't like the way he talked to black women. See, now, if your argument was that, hey, you know what, man, his approach towards people in general is fucked up, then I can agree with you. I can say, yes, you're right.
But I'm a woman. And then my sisters he talking about. I can say that about me.
And them your brothers that he's talking about. He's talking about your brothers just like that too. He's talking about your brother just like that. And literally, you just said it in 3 times. You don't care what he do to men, long as he don't do it to women.
Because I'm saying the way he does it and the manner he does it is derogatory to black women, and we're not gonna hear that. How many times I'm gonna tell you that?
Did you hear anything?
I understand what Logic is saying. He's saying that he's disrespectful to everyone. So acknowledge the fact that he's not just sexist,
right? But this is our issue with the guys, right? We're talking about a specific issue. We're talking about a specific issue. We're talking about Kevin Samuels with what's her name again? Rochelle. Okay. Men do this all the time. Rather than being in the moment and listening to what we're talking about in this situation with these women, his interactions with these women, they switch it around to be like, well,
what the fuck?
Men too. We're not talking about that situation. Because guess what? I have a battle of the sexes about Kevin Samuels and how he speaks to black men. And then we could talk about that then. Okay? But we were talking about Kevin Samuels and how he spoke to Rochelle Ritchie and how he spoke to the other lady that wanted a 6-figure man. Those are the situations that we were talking about. Quit trying to turn it around to make it seem like he's a fair man or whatever. Because in these situations and how he handled these situations that we're talking about, he was damn right wrong. And we're just trying to make you guys understand why women are mad, why women feel the way they do about him right now. For you guys to accept it, accept and actually open your eyes and your ears and see where they're coming from.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
And it's not
still don't get it. You still don't get it. You still don't get it.
She don't get it at all. No,
that's a shame.
I think she gets it. I think that the we get that he does this to both sexes, but I mean it is what she's saying. Like, he disrespects black. It's the tone. It's the what he was saying. It's everything that it came with. Not to say that doesn't negate the fact that he does it to men. She's just saying acknowledge the fact that he's doing this to black women. I was talking on my. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Real.
Can I say something real quick, Kiana? I didn't mean to cut you off, but can I say something real quick? Now, y'all are saying he's disrespecting black women when he disrespected, I'm putting that quotation marks, 2 individual black women. Now, let me bring up last week. I talked bad about this one black woman in the chat because I got disrespected by her. So since I disrespected her as an individual black woman, am I then disrespecting black women as a whole?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so what's the difference with him?
We don't talk
You know what?
Because like
if you guys
No.
it's hard to explain.
I want my question answered. I want my question answered.
I'm gonna answer it.
Go ahead, Shanita. What's up, Shanita? Go ahead.
Because like we said earlier, when you disrespect one, because we are a whole, like Kiana said, we are going to band together. So it's like you're talking to us all. Just like you men band together when you have disagreements and you want to stick together. When you guys have to do what you have to do, y'all stick together. Women stick together.
That's not true, but go ahead.
And a matter of fact, I can prove that because I was in your chat, in the comment section on your channel. I can prove that that the men band together in your comment section.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Remember what happened in our chat? But no, I'm a man, right? Shanita, I'm a man, right? What happened in our chat? What happened in our chat though? When you were talking back about them, what did I tell the chat? What Robin seen exactly what I said. I said you were giving those guys the blues. So I didn't defend none of those men in that chat at all.
Okay, so I'm not.
I said you were giving them men the blues. Remember?
You want to be excluded and included in things at the same time. I don't understand how that works in your world.
What are you talking about? Wow.
So, but what I'm saying is, men stick together.
Are you exiting?
Women stick together.
I think the conversation is getting lost.
Stick together all the time. And women stick together on this panel, stick together all the time as well. So when you're talking to one of us, you're talking to all of us. Just like we're talking to one of you, we're talking to all of you.
I think that what is not being acknowledged is what the women are saying. Of course, you're saying that he talks to men and women the same. That's a given. That's understood, but it's unacceptable. So the acknowledgement that he's talking to women who are black, who, let's just be honest, we don't need to pretend like black women just don't get the best treatment. And it's not about searching for it. It is like acknowledge the fact that he was disrespectful to her. Acknowledge the fact that black women are disrespected. Like, I don't get it. Why is that a hard thing to acknowledge? Why is it always combated with I get
I get what you're saying. Like, no doubt, I understand what everybody's saying. However, I have not got my question answered. Since y'all feel like he's disrespecting black women when he's just came out and just so-called disrespected just 2 of them, and I came back and disrespected a black woman in these chat, am I disrespecting black women as a whole? That's my question that has not gotten answered yet.
Yep.
I think it's because if you're able to do that.
Because let's not forget. Hold on. Let's not forget. I got disrespected first. No, it's a question that has not been answered. I want my question answered.
Something to do with you, though. We're not even talking about you.
What are you trying to?
Listen, I still can't get it answered.
Go ahead. This is a bigger problem, right? If we want to be honest, men real talk had got way worse disrespected in this chat. Okay.
Like I just said, see, I never cut you off. See, that's your chance. That's your choice to throw them out there.
Just go there quick. Watch this. Men real talk got way more disrespected in this chat than Kevin Samuels showed that lady on his panel, right? So now, why is that not an issue?
I don't think that you can compare it, and I don't think that asking what an issue is, combating it with another issue is productive. It is what it is.
Actually call level on it. You know what I'm saying? If this is if we really think that this is a problem that he disrespected her, then how did you let we don't even know that Kevin Samuels and this lady. How can you let somebody else come in and show you your co-hosts on this panel more disrespect than Kevin Samuels did, and you don't see the other person that disrespected your co-host as an issue, but you see Kevin Samuels disrespecting a lady that you don't know as being a bigger issue?
I saw Robin caping. I seen Robin saying that you wasn't a bad person. I seen these ladies smiling at you. I seen them giggling when they really wasn't funny. That's what I saw.
Once again, you don't know what we're talking about right now. So
I think that's just.
Andrea, cut them off, Andrea.
You don't know.
Like an hour.
Okay, so
Andrea's gonna answer.
I did not see anybody disrespect you. If I had Mostic, I blocked them. Now, Real Talk 87, I did want to block the person who was in the chat messing with you. I didn't appreciate it, but at the same time, I think she learned at the end when she said, "Look, don't respect anybody on my panel members." So she got the message loud and clear. I mean, saying she didn't do it in a timely fashion because you thought she should, but she got your message.
And apparently that's never good enough.
Why do y'all have to keep taping harder?
No, I don't know what
I was saying leave the past. Point. I said leave the past in the past, and then I tried to get her comment to go up so that we could just leave those comments wherever. So we did back up.
Watch this. Really, I don't care about what they say in the comments, right? I didn't even respond to it, right? And I'm not even talking about this time. Just hear me out and just listen to this, right?
Okay.
The other day, when that lady was calling us all kind of shit in the chat, right? It was more outrage for that. No, I'm sorry. For this Kevin Samuels, how he's so disrespectful, how he did this. And he said two things. We done been called all kind of things in this chat. Like I said, it is a double standard.
Okay, it's a double. That's your point. That basically
you have
women can say whatever they want to men without no backlash, and then men can't say whatever they want. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying this. If we gonna call it straight. The only reason I'm bringing this up because it's issue. No, it's not personal. It just fit the barrel. If I can see and prove that y'all did something that was totally it's like, okay, now you say, well, she's so disrespectful to her. But is it disrespect, or is disrespect only when it's towards a woman? That's my whole point I'm making.
Okay, Logic. So I hear what you're saying, and I heard it loud and clear. You felt like it was disrespectful in the chat. So moving forward, okay, and I'm a new panel member. Moving forward, if that happens, we gonna take initiative. We gonna block the person. Okay, is that okay?
No, it's not. Look. I'm making an example.
I hear you.
The panel right there. Everybody was saying how disrespectful Kevin Samuels was to that woman. Right? Mm-hmm. That what was saying, correct?
Yes.
Oh, he shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did that. But what I'm showing you is a double standard. When it was done to guys that you know, and then you put more attention and more, I can't believe he did that to her. Like I said, it's a double standard. Let's call it straight. It is. Even though we're not going to lose no sleep about it, we're not going to sit here and say, oh, I got disrespected in the panel. I ignored everything they said. It's not about that. It's about if we want to address the issue, let's address it head on and let's address it straight. Because the same way I treat Real Talk, I treat Andrea. With the same ruler that I'm a judge Real Talk, I'm a judge Andrea with that. But see, as we see with women, the man get judged with a much larger ruler, and then when they put that ruler to a woman, that ruler's strength. Y'all know this to be true.
If you're real with yourselves anyway. Yeah.
We've already established the fact that there are double standards. We've said that plenty of times on the show. We've said there's double standards with men and there's double standards with women. That has not been a disagreeable fact for the longest. So yes, Real Talk 87 and Logic, YouTube Court TV TM. It is a double standard.
There you go, Janita. I'm saying this is what I'm saying. I'm not mad about the situation, right? I think it's funny. Y'all saw me talk about it. I laugh, right? Right, B? Right, Janita? I laugh. It's not serious. I don't take no trolling serious. But when I'm saying we got to be able to sit here and look at that same scope. Let's have that same ruler. So we can say, you know what? Well, maybe, Kevin Samuels, I guess maybe I'm in my feelings. That wasn't that bad. Because if a woman would have did it, I wouldn't have looked at it as being that bad. Then men to start listening, men to start reacting.
I think the men have to acknowledge first. I don't think you can jump over the acknowledgement first. I don't think you can go to
like
the.
It would have been on a different scale because women just don't typically get that much attention like a man would, and because a man has much authority, just being a man, it's going to come off differently than a woman would, and it is a double standard. That's just what it is.
But since men don't have no authority over nothing, if you want to be honest, black women have more authority.
Oh, I spoke about this today. I spoke about this today on my channel.
Men give black women authority. The community give black women authority.
No.
I'm just saying, let's be honest. Let's call it straight.
It's fake authority. It's fake authority. It's not real authority. It's just.
I agree. It's fake. It's not real. I mean, it has to be.
Real.
We have to give y'all authority. So
come on, Era. Where you been?
My bad.
Late as hell.
Give him the floor.
Yeah.
Look,
I mean, he's right. I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it. This is the thing. It is real. Does it offer any power? No, it's powerless. It actually put us back. So I'm with the whole concept, but you still got to realize if our women is given that power, it's still power. Even though it's worthless, if they realize that they have that power, they're not victims. Our women are not victims. I'm telling you, women is really, if we want to change the black community, it starts with our women. Our women.
It starts with a man.
Men.
Now we take power and authority. We take power and authority, and the women are supposed to follow. Right now, it's like a lot of because of the money matters, because of women divorcing. Everything is in y'all court, and y'all take the power and authority and just exclude men out of everything.
What I'm saying is this: the system give our women power. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So now, if we know the system give our women power, right? And we all know that black men and women knows that, right? Let's get behind that. Let's get behind.
The thing about black women, we do have power, but a lot of times we may look like we're exuding it, but we don't feel it all the time. We are responded to like we know this. Just like you said, women choose this, choose that, choose. No. We out here sometimes just blind to it. I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying power is not in just our vaginas, okay, ladies? It's in a lot. We're very powerful. We're very, I just think that men need to get away from, and this is not an attack. You need to get away from holding women so accountable. You know what I mean? The position that we're in today was not our choice. It just wasn't. And I feel like for both sexes to acknowledge what each other is going through, what each other's plight is, we can grow. But if we stuck in the same place where it's like what women choose and women know this, expectations will be the death of you. You don't know what women know because you're a man. Hell, I don't even think some women know what they know. I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't box. You shouldn't box sexes.
You just said we should not hold women accountable.
You shouldn't hold people accountable.
I didn't mean to
say. So let me say what I'm saying. When I say that, I mean don't hold people so accountable. You ever heard the phrase "humans will be humans"? We're just human. Mm-hmm. Don't look at women and say, "How could you? How dare you? Look what you did with this. This is what women do." Take the accusatory language away, and maybe you'll have a softer heart to address women differently. Is what I'm saying.
That's understood.
People have to be held accountable.
If you say that, you got to say the same thing both ways, right?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Okay.
And you know what?
100%.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm with you though, and this is the only thing I'm telling you. Any man, they just want to call straight.
Right.
If you call it straight, right, then you'll start seeing it will become a better situation. Call it straight down the
Yeah.
middle. And I'm telling you this: double standards and stereotypes is fucking the black community up.
Period.
And if people don't understand what stereotypes is, but double standards and stereotypes is has things occur. You know what I'm saying? Stereotypes just don't come out of the blue moon. After so much activity happened, then guess what? It develops into a stereotype. We stereotype each other more than anybody else to stereotype them. If we can control our stereotypes and our double standard, then the black relationship will flourish.
Period. And I agree 100%. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's not about who's. I'm sorry, V. And that's the last thing I'm saying. Then I'm gonna get off because I got to edit. And I appreciate you guys letting me up here. I think that conversations that are endless and empty are not productive because it leaves a space for this. And I think black women are so here for the black man. I'm not saying that it always shows. I'm talking about our hearts. I'm talking about the depths of us.
Yes.
Right? We are here and it gets misconstrued and lost in this and the system and all of this stuff and our aggression. But we are really soft for men. And I think that men love us too, black men. I just think that the stereotypes and all of that have to be broken down. Like we can't keep just doing this. We can't keep. There has to be something to change. And that guy, Kevin Samuels, whether he does it to black or, men or women, he's wrong. Why would you put that into our community? That's toxic. Yeah. It's just.
And you know what though? And that's powerful that you said that, right? Because we know during the whole conversation, right? If you call it straight, guess what happened? You will have more people behind you. See, don't make it. See, this is our issue. This is our issue with people. What we do is we make it a woman thing. Why you just don't say he's a disrespectful motherfucker? That's what. If black women think that Tommy Sotomayor is so bad, show how he's disrespectful not only to black women but black men. But they don't care about the black men. They make it about just the women. If you want to, I'm gonna give you another example, right? When Ice Cube went on that the Queen panel, right? And they were talking about the plan for Black America. Them black women said, "What? So what do you got in there for us? Like, oh, ain't you black?" Like they really said, "Hey, in a plan for Black America," they literally asked him, "What do you have in here specifically for the black woman?" It was nothing in there for specifically for black kids. It was nothing in there specifically for black nobody. It was a plan for Black America. Them the type of things that separate black men and women, because black women will separate them from us in a heartbeat.
I see what you're saying. So the thing that I think that everybody needs to do, and I mean not just people on this panel, I'm talking about both sides, is some conversations are just petty. We could go on forever, right? But if you're talking about a general picture and you put down your guard to fight your individual fight, you can understand everybody, right? So what you're saying is true. I think black women are not willing to give that fight up though. Like what you're saying is true. He's disrespectful to both parties. I think black women are so pressed that he doesn't like black women because we experience it so much and it's so real. And when we see it, we know what it is. Not to say he don't disrespect black men, but what he's doing, you don't see a lot of people doing that to other races. So it touches home. Like he was talking crazy. And not only that, the following that's following him is a whole bunch of men going preach. You ain't never lied. It's a lot to take in and to handle. But I do believe, like when I came up here, I wasn't ready to argue, but I was getting annoyed with the fact that I don't think the women were being heard. Like I don't think a lot of the times, and goes back to the stereotypes. I don't think a lot of the times men know that women are vulnerable and we don't choose these things, and we're not asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, even like how you're responding. If a woman says something and you go, oh, it's like, it's punishment for her speaking her mind. You get what I'm saying? To watch that from the comment section is frustrating. To do that in real life, if I have an emotion and I say something about something, she's angry. She don't know what she's talking about. It's very, like, it's a lifestyle to be a Black woman. It's not an easy thing. And I know that men go through a different thing, but you have to understand, for women to see that on the big screen and then get the response that it got, it
you know, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let Shanita go. But this is the bigger problem. If you talk to a man, he talk about moving the Black race forward. If you talk to women, they talk about moving the Black woman forward. That's the big issue right there. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I get what you're saying, and I think the system does that, and the system presses us to do that. And I think that we follow because we don't have men to follow, because men are not here trying to lead us because they gave up.
And
they gave up on us because they're holding us to accountable. Why are you holding us accountable for, not you, I'm just saying in general, when you speak to Black men, they think that women are actually powerful and have this knowledge and this.
But if you get government cheese and we tell you don't get the government cheese, and then you still get it, no, I don't care about all that. See, that's why I can focus. What I'm telling you,
I'm listening.
You said don't hold you accountable, but you continue to take it. If you can take it, I'm gonna hold you accountable. Nobody is forcing none of this stuff on no Black women. They just do it. Always, it's a separate agenda. It's a Black agenda and it's a Black woman agenda. We know that to be true.
It's not. The reason I say that that's not true is because I accept government assistance because my baby daddy didn't show up because he felt he didn't have to. I didn't want to. And honestly, I stopped doing it because I got tired of people telling me what I can and can't do. So, you know what I'm saying? Then he died. Then I don't get nothing. He didn't set up no security for me because he was playing in the streets. So it's not what I choose, it's what I have to do. And then let's just be honest. When you it doesn't matter who it is. If you give somebody too much and they don't know themselves, they get big. They get arrogant. You feel what I'm saying? The system knows this. They know to boost the Black women so she can become a monster and belittle y'all. That's just not on purpose, but that's what happens to a human when you boost them up if they're not centered. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not women trying to, it's not women wanting to, it's what happens after the system messes with the Black family. I just think.
I think a lot of this boils down.
Hey, Shanita been putting her damn pinky finger up for goddamn like an hour, and I apologize.
Pinky finger. I'm done.
Go ahead, Evelyn.
YouTube Court TVTM, I believe the word you were looking for was specifically, not Pacific.
Okay, I call you Shanita. You know, you can call me Logic, sis. Come on now. We having a serious conversation now. We don't need to play these little games.
I'm addressing you by your name. Thank you. So, like I said, I believe the word you were looking for was specifically and not pacifically. And then I want to put on my Real Talk 87 King of Content hat and say that my agenda was not saying that he was some sort of racist pig or sexist pig, talking about Kevin Samuels, that he was some type of sexist pig. My plight has been since the start of this since part 1 and now part 2 of Kevin Samuels, is that it's a way to say everything. That has always been my plight. And I believe that's the plight of the women on the panel as well, including the fact that he is some sort of he-man woman hater. That's just what it is. We're not just saying he's just exclusive to women. He's not being exclusively mean to women. He, according to y'all, he says it to men as well. It's just from looking at the clips that we've seen and the stuff that we have so far, and the reactions that he had to both women were both negative. So it looks like that he's just some sort of he-man woman hater. But the general topic of this whole thing is that he, like you said, disrespectful, mean plug, or whatever the case may be. Like I've been saying, there's a way to say everything.
V, go
Can I
ahead.
speak now? Because I've been waiting for the longest. I ain't said nothing. But Shanita pretty much wrapped up my point.
Y'all been saying that, but y'all been saying that all live. Y'all always say it's about how you say it, not what you say. Y'all always say that. Y'all been saying that. We know, but we've already. You've been saying that. I know. I've said it. I did say it. Yeah.
Was the fact that we were talking about this situation. This is the situation we were talking about originally. And at the end of the day, yes, I was trying to say, yes, people can say what they want. They can do what they want on their platforms. But, however, I was like, men speak harshly towards men all the time. Y'all don't care. Y'all shake it off. It is what it is. But y'all know when you're dealing with your woman, and yeah, it's not his woman, but when you are dealing with a woman, you come correct. You don't speak to a woman the same way you speak to your bro. You're not going to do that. So Kevin Samuels was downright out of order and disrespectful to think he could get away with speaking to black women the last 2 times that we've seen the way he did. And that is just point blank, period.
Yeah.
Men know better than that.
A good point. You made a good point. You know what I'm saying? Men is used to men speaking the way they speak to men. And women don't speak to women that way also. Women, when they speak to each other, they just polite. They don't call each other bitches and hoes. They don't do none of that stuff. So I'm totally with you. I'm totally with you. If you go ahead and say, you go to any video, I hear more bitches and hoes from tell me if I'm lying, Andrea, because you know you in that community. You hear more.
What? I'm in that
community. Oh, you was in that community. You hear more bitches and hoes from women than you do hear anything. So guess what? If they talk harshly like that to each other, and all the man says your average is bad and called her broad, is that so outlandish?
And I know about 5 women's channels that they rip men apart all the time, and they get about $20,000 a month more. Okay, I'm just want to throw that in there.
Okay, why would you want to digest that type of thing? Why won't you just look for something that uplifts women? Why do you have to look for things or let certain things be absorbed into your spirit? Because
you're right.
Well, because
they talk about women, but they are part of the Me Too movement.
You cannot
something that's going to feed your spirit. That's going to feed your spirit and make it grow. If you want to talking about the uplifting of Black women and their agenda.
I have a question.
It's because we know that.
I know that it's called Battle of the Sexes, and this is not a funny question. Is the purpose of this show just to keep going, or is it like to resolve it?
I've been trying to.
We're gonna listen. As long as y'all don't listen, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep this going as long as y'all do not listen.
What he just said was that men should not talk to women that way, right? And I heard her, and I thought Logic was going to agree and say understandable. Now, where do we go from there? I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to get, was that for like joking purposes at the end there? Or was it like for, you really came back with the women do it to women? What's the problem with it? Like, it just could keep going on forever if we do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. The point we have, and guess what? I will always agree with that it shouldn't be no disrespect, but we gonna always come back to that fine line on Battle of the Sexes. Battle of the Sexes, our biggest issue is it's never called straight. If you go back and look at the replays, call it straight. Men don't have no problem. Yeah, men don't have no problem. Like I said, what Kevin Samuels did, people can assume it to be disrespectful, but like I said, in this world we live in, is that really disrespectful?
If you're calling it straight, why are we comparing? I thought straight was this subject and then the other subject was the other subject. If she says men shouldn't talk to women that way, what does that have to do with women talking to women that way? I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying, why are we comparing two?
No, that's calling it straight. If you want to call it straight, yes. If you got a man incident, you compare it to a woman incident, so you know you're unbiased.
No, that's about being a part of the Me Too. We just got to stick on the topic and what we're talking about.
That's because the topic got lost. And when you agreed, I think that ego is the problem. I think ego is the problem, and I think.
And women are supposed to stroke our egos. Women are supposed to stroke our egos.
But we have to be inspired. I'm not inspired. I would have been inspired.
The inspiration is our family. The inspiration is our family. If we are not connected in a unison for our family, then it's supposed to be a divorce.
Flower towers up here. I see flower up here.
Okay, so this is
Can I say what
Okay, wait 1 second, Flower.
Okay.
So
V got to talk.
We are going to start winding the show down.
Go right ahead, my love.
I think everybody has said their points. Whether or not we want to agree or disagree is up to us. I always say this on the show. We have one more thing that we're going to address real quick. That has been going on for the last 2 weeks, and we're back here again. But I feel like it's only fair for all parties to speak their piece and for an understanding to be made. I didn't necessarily really want to do it on the show, but seeing as we're here, we're just gonna do it. So anybody that doesn't want to be involved in this conversation, feel free to click down. I'm gonna ask the men, obviously, Real Talk and YouTube, to definitely stay up here. And ladies that were around and saw what happened, please feel free to stay as well. And we're gonna address this and air it out because it's been going on and on and on, and I just want it to be over. Frankly. So I'm gonna let I think Real Talk has said his piece several times, and I feel like he needs to allow Flower Tower to say her piece, and then he can respond in whichever way he feels fit. And YouTube Court TV as well, you can respond in however way you feel fit to. But I know you don't really care too tough, but still. And then after that, I've got one more thing that I want to do with the guys before we go and wrap up. So, Flower Tower. And this goes back from the first the first Kevin Samuels live? Nita?
Yes.
It was last week.
No, actually, it goes back to your Thursday night live.
Kevin Kelly. It was Kevin Kelly.
Okay, I don't even remember what happened that day, honestly. All I remember is somebody muted me, right? I don't remember what happened that day. So then I got on here last Sunday, and I remembered I got muted. So I was like, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to be quiet, right? So at first, everything was good. But first of all, I'm going to point out the fact that I don't like how these dudes be looking. First of all, they be looking stank, and they be laughing. They be real condescending, okay? So off jump, I'm already like, just the attitude, just how they coming off. I don't like it, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm going to shut my fat ass up. I'm going to be polite, right? So I come in here, these dudes, they come here, and they start calling those black women hood rats. So that's when I start calling these young men hood roaches. That's only fair, right? You call these black women hood rats, you a hood roach then, right? So now they on here talking about, oh, the black woman, she insulted me and y'all let her so and so. But y'all came for black women first. Why do y'all get to come for black women? And as soon as we come for y'all back, suddenly y'all still the victims though. So the only time that you're not the victim is if we sit there and we let y'all abuse us. Boy, bye. So then after that, because I'm not done. Boy, fix your face, because I'm not one of your friends, okay? So
man,
after
fuck
that,
you.
Bitch, fuck you. Fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, bitch. You keep coming here.
Wait.
All right. That's not gonna solve anything. Can we just get it out?
I'm here to clear up my name because these niggas is lying. I'm not here to be friends with these niggas. So let's get that out the way now. I don't give a fuck if we hash shit out. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
So
Don't nobody want to be your friend.
After that lie.
Guys, I feel just because I'm seeing how this is going, and this is still my channel, I feel that we should take this offline and we'll do a call after the live.
I got one last thing to say.
No, we ain't gonna do all
Next
that.
time you make your raggedy videos, type at my name, bitch, and then don't make your little
Bitch,
raggedy ass
fuck
video.
you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Give a
Okay.
fuck about you, ho.
See?
Get your fat ass off the panel. Get your fat ass off the panel.
See, this is what's crazy. Right? Watch this. She called him a bitch first, right?
Exactly.
So that was it wrong to respond to the same energy that she delivered as a woman? She called him a bitch.
Okay.
And I just
what happened is
did I not say I can see how this is going and I'm gonna stop
We
it?
tried.
I see what you're
We
saying,
tried.
Logic, but I stopped it. Okay?
Yes.
I stopped it.
Good call,
Y'all
V.
need to understand.
I wasn't talking about for y'all. I wasn't talking about for y'all. I'm not saying nothing that you did, right? What about it? I'll talk to you about it offline. I'm saying
Yeah, let me clear.
But this is what I
let me just say this. I just want to,
this isn't
like
a drama
I said,
channel, y'all. This isn't a
hold
drama channel.
on. Just
We
like I
don't
said,
go
V,
there.
but hold on 1 minute. Just like I said,
V, I think that you should end this and then we should continue.
Exactly. But this is what I want to do before I end the live. Okay, I've been wanting to do this since Thursday, and I said I was going to. Okay, so this is how I want to end the live. On Thursday, we had a women's live, and the women were up, and we said what we were grateful for each person, and how we love working with them, and how amazing they are as a creator. And I don't believe in leaving the men out, because I honestly believe that the men that I work with constantly every week on the panel are geniuses and are amazing. And yes, sometimes we don't get along or we don't agree, we don't see eye to eye, but we still love each other. So this is what I'm gonna do. Real Talk 87. Okay. I love the fact that you have everybody's back on the panel. Okay. I love the fact that you rock hard for your supporters. I love the fact that you stay true to who you are and what you want your channel to be. And I think that that's amazing. I like the fact that you're very transparent. And I think you're an amazing content creator. And I can't wait to see what you do in 2021. I honestly, seriously can't. And I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for showing up and rocking with us every single Sunday. Like, you don't have to do that, but you still choose to do that. I know that the women love working with you. I love working with you. I want you to keep being the same lovable person that you are, and don't let things get to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, try and, I know sometimes it's hard, but show the people what they want to see from you, because you've got a lot of followers that love you and love your creative side, and we just want you to shine and keep doing amazingly. So I just want to say thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you for always supporting me and being my number one cheerleader and always having my back. I love that about you, and I really, really appreciate it. And that's what I wanted to say to end off 2021 with you guys. I really do. Logic, YouTube Court TV. Sir, your turn. Okay. I want to say I'm so grateful that Logic came into my life, guys. I honestly am. And he hates me, the shine being on him. He hates me saying this about him. He don't like any of it. That's why he kind of hiding out the camera right now. But I just want to say thank you so much, Logic, for coming into my life, for watching the show behind the scenes, and eventually coming out and speaking. Ever since then, we've grown a great friendship, a great bond. I look at you as a mentor. You know how much I appreciate your opinion. You're always trying to push me to do better for the show and for my channel. And you're always trying to guide me in the right direction. And I love that about you. I love the fact that you are very honest with your opinions and you say how it is. And I personally don't feel like the channel would be as far as it is without you and your input. So I really appreciate that about you. I love you. I want to say thank you so much for showing up and rocking out with Battle of the Sexes and always trying to come up with creative ideas of how we can better the show. I really love and appreciate that about you too. And I love and appreciate the fact that if I call you, you answer the phone and we can talk, and I can talk to you about anything, things that are stressing me out. And I'm going to cry because this is how much the guys mean to me. And I don't like seeing conflict. I don't like seeing drama. And this is honestly how I feel and love you guys. I really, really do. They're like brothers. They're like family. Everybody on my panel is like a family member to me. And I never want them to feel, I know they always laugh and joke about how, oh, the women always get all this praise and the women always do this. But I want the guys to know that it's still the same for you guys. It's always going to be that for you guys. I'm never going to leave you guys out and feel, I don't want you guys to ever feel like I love the women more than I love you, because it's not true. I rock hard for y'all. I love y'all, and I appreciate the fact that you guys rock hard for me too. I really, really do, and I think all the women feel that way. And I know a lot of people don't see everything that goes on behind the scenes with us and how much of a family we really are, but we are a family at the end of the day, and we're always gonna have each other's back. And I love you guys.
Hey,
I really do, and I appreciate
do me a favor though. Do me a favor. Hey, just hit the end button. Just hit the end button. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, but I just wanted to do this. But wait, yeah, I know you don't like it, but I wanted to do this because the women got that. The women did get appreciation notes for the end of the year, and I think that the men deserve the same thing. So,
absolutely,
guys, it's the end of the year. We've done an amazing ride. Battle of the Sexes continues to grow from strength to strength, and it's just going to be even bigger and better. We will be back next week. And I'll let you guys know what the show's going to be about once we will talk and discuss things.
I will not be here.
Andrea won't
it's football, right?
Traveling.
Oh, you're going away, right?
My family emergency. I gotta go.
Yeah. So guys, as well, please always keep Andrea in your prayers and thoughts. She goes and travels with her family and deals with her family emergency. You know, that's always something that I really want everybody to do, as well as keep Sunflower in your prayers. She wasn't having a good day today. With COVID, she was actually struggling today. So please keep her in your prayers as well, that we're praying for her, and we hope that she pulls through and out of COVID in the best way that she can. And to everyone that supports and rocks this show, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys coming every single week. Thank you so much, and keep sharing us out. Join the panel. We always want to see new faces. We always want to hear new opinions. We love it. Thank you so much, Kiana. Thank you. Well, Era is another thing. Sorry, guys. So just like Andrea is a new permanent member, Era is a new permanent member of the panel as well. So welcome him as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Continuing to grow. We're continuing to get better. Guys, I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday night. I love y'all, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
It in.